What's the matter with you?
I don't know. It's the ask him. It always, I don't know what it is.
I of you
So
too.
stupid.
Why you got the giggles?
We all.
You're supposed to. You're a woman with a master's degree, and you're giggling like a
I
little
don't
girl.
have it yet.
Oh.
I'm working on it. I only have a bachelor's, Tommy.
You have a bachelor's?
Yeah, a bachelor's in English. Yeah, and then I'll get my master's in medieval studies. And then I more than likely will switch back to doing a PhD in English. So
You know what you're gonna be?
stuck in an endless cycle of basically pretending to be somebody I'm not. Yeah.
No. Well, yeah.
What am
Let's
I
be
gonna
honest. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
You will be with that medieval studies degree
Yeah.
the single greatest LARPer of all time.
Oh yeah.
Get your PVC pipe. Get your styrofoam.
Yeah.
And start the show.
That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me Fuck all that shit, just let me go.
Bringing you live from the part of Europe. This is badass news broadcast from all the Homeland. This is the original Drama Cat. This is Shop of the Point with the Queen of Mean, Miss Jeannie. Queen of Shop of the Point. Yeah.
I love that.
How y'all doing? She's back. Playing hurt. She's sick.
No, I'm. Well, in my defense, you did it really late yesterday, and you told me I had the day off. So.
Yeah. But you're playing hurt today. You don't have to do it today. You took off today, and you didn't.
No. Because honestly, this is one of the best parts of my day.
Is it?
So what?
Jesus.
Yeah.
People are gonna say stuff about it. He starts being that nice to me. You know that. Not that they already don't.
Well, yeah. Oh, thanks, Ticklington. No, I wish, honestly, I probably would feel better if I were, but no, it's, can't really breathe through one of my nostrils and whatnot, so.
It's okay, as long as you keep sending the photos. Alright.
Oh, will do, alright.
Here we go. Keep it coming. Grizzly Bear, 22 months! That's over a year! Rexon! 65! How long is that? I thought you're smart. You're supposed to be smarter than me. That's why I have you on here.
In my defense, I was taking a Tylenol, so that's why I went because I had and also I'm not doing a math degree. I'm doing fucking arts stuff like humanities. As Rexon says,
5 years,
5 months.
Well, guess what? You're hired.
Yeah, he can be the mathematician.
Yeah, he can be a mathematician right here. 5 years, that's half a decade, bug.
I'm not.
Half a decade.
I'm
and
intoxicating myself with Tylenol.
Rexon's got badges in the SFTP server like he's a general or something like that. Because he's also a Patreon.
I do too. Yeah.
I
do too.
Yeah, you got mad badges as well.
Yeah.
Well, you got
the only one I don't have because.
What?
Oh yeah. Well, is the Twitch one because it like doesn't auto renew, so once in a while I'll like redo it because I still have like the Twitch Prime sub. So,
I'm thinking about. I'm getting real close to a multi-streaming anyway. Yeah. Let's go. Is it that loud? I should be all right. I'm good. Is she loud? I did 4 streams late yesterday and a soccer podcast. Did you know that?
Honestly, I am surprised. You're getting some Chud Logic hours in there now.
Yeah, but only Chud Logic made money the whole time, not me. I did it out of love. Nobody can say nobody can say that I don't do this out of love at some point. I do streams that get no views deliberately. You gotta enjoy it. You gotta enjoy it from time to time. At least she trimmed her mustache a bit.
Yeah, they're saying, yeah, no.
Well, we got a lot of stuff for you today. It's kind of a multi-show. Can't go over Dr. Disrespect the whole time, but we'll go over a few drama issues, these are usually my favorites as far as drama is concerned, and these type of shows. I like going over multi-stuff, and you can send stuff in to Ginny if you want me to cover it. If we haven't already covered it. Otherwise, she's going to ignore you for expedience sake. But shout out to Winter Gaming.
To be fair, though, I probably won't.
Picklington. I think I done good.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but I'll see the message. I just may not respond to it.
Or news, yeah. Well, just because she doesn't respond to it doesn't mean she's doing 20 things at once over here. You know, there's
exactly. That's something people don't understand. They think I'm just sitting back and just talking to you.
That's not true. Well, that's part of it. That's probably the worst part.
That's part of it. Well, no, because I'll get messages like, okay, a normal when it's like actually trying to provide stuff for the show, perfectly fine. Love that. 10 out of 10. But sometimes you'll get people who it's just like it has nothing to do with the show.
I have to stop you.
And it's like
shout out to Optimus. Shout out to Optimus. That's all right. My team sucks.
That's so cool.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. Where is he? He's probably watching the game.
Yeah, he's in there. He said yo, so he is here.
Terrible. Fucking Celtics playing bad lately. Can't even on him. It's just unbelievable.
We got a raid from Cope and Seethe, so.
Oh, thank you so much. We got to do in honor of his raid. We have to put out those terrible songs, those AI songs.
Oh yeah.
Poor guy. I do like him, but I know why he has issues. No, I'm watching that. You're not watching it? I'm not watching that shit. Oh wow, Optimus losing the faith. Dr. Disrespect lays into rats. He sounds like me. Nick Merckx and Dr. Lupo for disrespecting him.
You're a loser.
You're a loser. A loser. Said it right here. It's the greatest rant of all time. That is literally one of the greatest rants I've ever seen.
I love it.
You're a loser.
It is.
You know what? It's as good as like some Hollywood shit I've seen. I'm not even joking. It's that fucking good. That rant that he made. He's a talented guy. He's on my show a couple months ago and I forgot it already. He's a loser. Does anyone say no? Nobody does, but he does his own thing. We had him on. We had him on a couple months ago.
Yeah, because I think he's still going on strong on.
He really impressed. He impressed Wuggy. He impressed me. He impressed the shit out of all of us. Like, here's what you gotta do, mate. I'm a loser. I said it right here. I love that scene. You want to get out more? It's like that Nicholson scene in Carnal Knowledge. Get a job! What's over the windows, place? Place that smells like a fucking coffin!
Yeah. No. People who were there when he came in, it was great.
Get a pretty good salary for testing out that bed all day. What are you saying? No, Mr. Larson.
Well, I was just saying. Well, it was while Gross Squirrel came in. It was right as we were watching the bit he did where he liked being a cuck.
Yeah,
that's exactly when he called in. That was the funny thing.
Okay, mate, listen, there's some information about me. It might be misinformation. Let me get you straight. It's not like I said, you might not understand, but I'm going to give it to you straight. I could not help but like him. I never didn't like him. I actually tried to reach out to him back in the DisA, but he was, I guess he was too. Gross Score is a national trade. He really is.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of accent is that? Englishman, help me out. Like he has and his name's Ali. But he looks, Larson's a Danish name. He is something. Where's he from? What's that accent? That's not Cockney. No, he's not a Londoner, is he?
No, he's not.
A loser. Verse has been following him since he was a kid. He sounds like he's from Birmingham.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched these videos when he filmed in school.
I think he moved to Kent when he was young.
Oh,
something like that.
From Birmingham. Yeah, a loser.
Well, I think it's from London to Kent.
Well, if he was in Birmingham, that explains Ali. That explains a lot.
It does, though.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah. When I met up with Santa and Vault, I had to travel through the Birmingham station. That was the most dodgiest shit on the fucking planet.
I did not think so. I didn't. Maybe because you've been there a long time. I didn't find it dodgy at all. Everybody said you're gonna hate it. You're gonna be scared. Maybe it's because
you're
I
also
grew
a
up.
man.
Well, no, there's some truth in that. I mean, no, you're right. But no, I don't think it was any worse than where I grew up.
It does. I will say though too, like because I went in the boy, it wasn't as dodgy, but like being underground was weird, and there's some characters there for sure. But compared to like what I'm used to, where I'm from, like the train station it's normal and it's average to me. And then seeing that, like you see kind of graffiti everywhere, and then like, it was like a little,
where did you grow
trash
up?
And shit.
Where did you grow up? Candyland?
No, I grew up out in the country in California.
A nice white picket fence
middle
where
of
there's
fucking
no
nowhere.
graffiti.
No.
Oh, mother!
No.
Look, there's graffiti. There must be some bad boys around here.
No.
That's Jeannie's mom. That's how Jeannie's mom sounds out.
You're not far off though. Not far off, yeah.
It's 12 o'clock in the afternoon. What is that young man doing without a suit on?
No, it was.
He's a hooligan.
I think it was. No, it's the location of where it was at. Like, cause there's graffiti around here and whatnot, but it wasn't like some random fucking cardboard box having it on.
Yeah.
It's usually on a building.
Hooligans everywhere. Tommy does Miss Bucket's voice too well.
No, my mom is not Robin Quivers, unfortunately.
That's the invitation I'm really doing. I'm doing Howard doing Robin. That's my favorite. Unacceptable.
She tried Picklington. My mom did really try to dress me up quite girly, and then each Halloween I'm like, I want to be a werewolf. I want to be a werewolf. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. You weren't a tomboy, but you were into like horror movies and all that. You dye your hair black and all that.
I would have been like tomboy when I was like my adolescence for sure, but then like high school would have been the edgy shit.
Yeah, edgy.
No, Medan, it wasn't that.
I listen to the Amazing Atheists, not like you morons.
Yeah.
God.
I watch the Drunken Peasants. I learn about these fucking degens on the internet. Fucking Brett Keane.
I'm gonna make
Gale.
I'm gonna make my favorite scene in American Beauty. You're only in 17 once, and you look like a slut. That's my favorite scene in movie. It's one of my favorite scenes in movie history. I'm on a movie kick right now. They just don't make good movies anymore. Make your own damn movie. No, they really don't, man. Like, what do we watch? Some clips from Boogie Nights. We watch clips from Capote. We watch so many good fucking flicks. You can't find any of that shit, and it's all because DVDs are gone. I heard Matt Damon say that. He said you could take a chance on it. He said maybe I can believe you. He liked doing romantic comedies and stuff. He says I love those movies. You're a guy. I understand making money on them, but loving doing them? No, he really loved them. He says the reason you don't see that shit anymore is because it doesn't do well in the theater. But you can make your money back tenfold on DVDs. You're not making that on stream, unless you do that movie that Deadpool's wife was in. That scenario is funny. We should cover that whole thing. It's so funny.
Yeah.
Dr. Disrespect called out fellow streamers Nick Merckx and Dr. Lupo as massive phonies, rats, and disrespectful Dr. Disrespect. Can he at least take the wig off?
Dr. Disrespect?
Over how they treated him, and he responded to the controversy surrounding him when there were allegations that he was inappropriate conversations with a minor. You know where those allegations came from? Him! He wrote them! He wrote him. Yeah. He wrote him. Let me get that video. Let's put it on the fucking screen.
Yeah, the fact that he deleted it. So.
Yeah, and he deleted it.
No, it was the most recent one.
Yeah, let's put this in here.
It's not that one. That's the one that was first edited. It's the
second one down.
It's the one that says re-edit. That's the most recent video I sent you because that one was where he edited out the model.
That's when he edited everything out. Okay, now I got the unedited version. Sure.
Yeah.
Let me do this.
Jeff and I were in the DMs when it was dropping down, so that's why I was able to find it. Because
let's double check this horse shit. Hello, I admit this is all I really need to make my point. I'm not going through the whole thing. Let's cut the fucking bullshit. Let's cut the fucking bullshit. As you know, there's no filter with me, although there is because you actually deleted this and rewrote it, so you filtered it out. Okay, I've always been because he filtered out the stuff that made him look bad. Thank you, Ultima, Redwim, Yoko Mo, Dr. DisRespect. I've always been in front with you guys on anything I can be upfront about. I'm always willing to accept responsibility, which is why I'm here now. And this is 4 years after the fact when you wrote this? Well, first of all, I do want to apologize. What? It's like 4 years.
Well, I
think.
Because I know there was some, it was like 2020 here when it happened, 2021.
Yeah, I think, so it's like 4 years. This is 4 years after the fact that he's getting right down to business and cutting the bullshit, right? First and foremost, I do want to apologize to everyone in my community as well as the ones close to me, my team, and everyone at Midnight Society Game Studio. Yeah, you lost everyone because you really do owe them an apology. A lot more people have been left in the dark about what happened yesterday with Midnight Society, and I've made the painful decision collectively to have me step down. Our team is full of incredibly talented and good people that have high career ambitions and families I'd never want to jeopardize. Has he gone after them since? I feel like he has. I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not.
Are you talking about the Midnight Society Game Studio?
Yeah, has he gone after them for failing? And it's interesting reading this now. Everyone has been wanting to know why I was banned on Twitch, but for some reason outside of my control, I was not allowed to say anything for several years. It has something you agreed to. Now, the two former Twitch employees have publicly disclosed the accusations. I can Slasher one of them. He's essentially a employee over there. I was not allowed to say anything for several years. The two former Twitch employees have publicly disclosed the accusations. Now I can tell you my side. So there was a Twit whisper message with an individual minor back in 2017. The answer is yes. The real intentions behind these messages were there intentions behind these messages? Absolutely not. These were casual mutual conversations that sometimes lean too much in the direction of being inappropriate, but nothing more. Here's the problem with this, and I do wonder if this was worded wrong. If he just left out minor, I honestly think this would have had less of an effect. Because I got to be honest with you, had he said something to the effect like a dick joke to a 17-year-old girl, oh, please. But if it was like leading her on, but we don't know because it never came out and he never was completely clean. All he said is he did something inappropriate. He could have wrote what he's saying today. I was joking around with somebody inappropriate. I was joking with somebody inappropriately. Okay? But none of this ever came out, which is one of the reasons that William Mack smartly pointed out why he got his sponsorships back. He still pulls numbers and nobody knows exactly what he did. I think he probably could have been forgiven. Probably if we knew exactly what that was and we could decide for ourselves. Yeah. But because he used the word minor and inappropriate in the same paragraph, that's the trouble. I was totally fucking willing to give him the benefit of the doubt. Absolutely. I have, from very good sources, been told, people that have seen it, or know exactly what happened, that there's no crime there, clearly, at this point, stage. But this is not something you would want your wife to know that you did or said in front of a minor. Mutual conversations, right? Yeah, right. But that could be anything. It could be a dick joke. It could be anything, right? And if I had to guess, a lot of those people there hated him and were probably looking through his shit and looking for something like this anyway. But either that, No matter how you cut the cake, it's out of way. It's out of line. Here's another thing. We know Dr. DisRespect's dick has got him in trouble in the past. And actually right around this time, if I'm not mistaken, right? But here's the thing.
It was slightly earlier.
Yeah. But here's the thing. It is completely and totally reasonable for your own career, for your own kids, to want to separate yourself from somebody like that. Here's another thing. He could come out and drop the whole thing anytime, any place, anywhere. He could do it. He could work with Twitch. I want to release all the information. Could you release all this stuff? He could do any such thing. He agreed to cover it up. They agreed to cover it up. And their people leaked, which I suppose he could sue if he wanted to. But then again, it would come out if that was the case. So it's just kind of left in sort of oblivion. It meant to what he admitted to. Inappropriate minor. That's what's out there. That's you put that out there. That's you. So is it not completely reasonable for Dr. Lupo and Nick Merckx, who probably have families and careers that they want to protect, to want to move away?
100%.
To not want to move away. You know, Nick Merckx, you know, we all, no, I wouldn't say we all, not in YouTube. I get the feeling he would have stuck by him if he was a little more, I don't know, honest and not constantly living character. So he buffoons himself with this shit. You could tell him he doesn't get it. And he also can come away with the idea that he was in the right the whole time. You're the one that told everybody this. If it was a joke that was inappropriate, like a dick joke, or maybe he asked her about her breast size or something like that, maybe he didn't know, but none of that's come out.
I think Nick Merckx is the biggest fucking pussy.
What? Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, I also think that the fact that he then tried to edit out the word minor, and then that also just exacerbated it so much. But as you said, just him putting it there in the first place.
Well, first of all, so lawyers should have looked that shit over. Some PR person will look that over. But something tells me nobody tells Guy what to do, that he does it himself. Remember, this character, this Dr. DisRespect character, is a hyper extension of himself. Nobody tells Dr. DisRespect what to do. And that's just a kid going, but what makes you think that doesn't come from somewhere? Somebody, you can't tell anybody anything because they're always fucking right. He put it out there that he was talking inappropriate to a minor. That would make people reasonably want to move away from him. Now watch the arrogance unfold.
I think Nick Merckx is the biggest fucking pussy in the world. Lupo, obviously, he's a big ass. He's a fake. Let's go ahead and say it. Didn't talk about it before, but I'm in the mood now to talk about it. I think these fucking people are the phoniest people in the industry, man.
I think this is only coming from a place of comfort. He only said that he talked to this girl inappropriate when he was cornered, and now he got his monetization back. His money's coming in, and now he's comfortable. So what does that tell you? He ain't sorry about it. Not even a little bit. And he still won't tell you what the fuck happened. But now it's jokes. Now, if he'd have said that, maybe I'd still be in the camp, or at least, look, we don't know. He said it was jokes.
Okay, buddy.
Nobody can contradict it. Certainly, Slasher hasn't been able to contradict it. Slasher only dug himself another fucking hole within hours of the whole thing being released, saying there was cops at his door. Keep in mind, Slasher more than likely has been told the content of it, unless he was lied to.
Man, you know what I mean, champs? I won't talk about it anymore, but I just had to say that. I did, and I know you guys know, but God, I had to say it. Biggest fucking phonies. I can call out all these people. I don't want to, though, man. You know what I mean, champs? These people have met, like those two.
Now, do keep in mind, this is a drama alert, Emmett. Firm handshake, quarter pounding. That was stupid.
Two people met Mrs. Assassin and Baby Assassin, Little Assassin, right? They met him multiple times. So for Nick to go...
She said I made a sex joke in front of a 17-year-old girl. So what? It's pretty stupid. And that's where it could have been left. But now there's so much that people are saying he's a pedophile. Which the strictest definition is probably too strong, but that's what happens online.
Fucking low budget podcasts and talk about us the way he did. Like, who does that? Like, pause the music. Who does that? Fucking phony pussy. And then Lupo screaming at the top of his lungs. He's got 400 viewers now. No one gives a, like, he's always copied us. Transitions.
That's who these guys are at the end of the day. whoever's watching. That's what makes them men or not men or what have you. It's how many viewers they got. That's their entire worth, their entire identity.
Drills, all that stuff. He always has. Like, I'm just going to release some stuff off my mind. Disrespecting me, disrespecting Mrs. Assassin, Lil Assassin. Come on, man. That's how you get knocked the fuck out.
Now, in fairness here, I don't know what he's talking about, but I don't think he's going to knock Nick Merckx out. I doubt it.
This guy thinks he's this Nick Merckx dude. I don't even know what happened to him. I don't know if he's still around. He thought he
doesn't want to be around somebody that said they talked inappropriate to a minor. Same thing that would happen to anybody else in this game. That's what he doesn't want to be associated with it. He probably has a certain amount of money he's got to bring in. He wants to keep his lifestyle where it is without losing it to a friendship like yourself. I mean, look at Dan Can't Stream and that other bimbo. They're sticking by him. Boy, they haven't ruined their careers.
He thinks he's like a tough guy putting his who can I knock out in a fight list together. Like, first off, who does that shit, man? Second off,
somebody like you. Nick Merckx has that phony macho energy, and so do you.
This guy wouldn't even fucking come close. No way.
I think he'd kick your ass. Was he fucking Navy SEAL dropout or something like that? Or he made it through and got chaptered? I forget. I think he'd whip your skinny ass.
Anyways, I just don't know who, like, the type of mentality to go on and talk about someone like that. Like, you just gotta be, you're lost. You don't do that. Time out. No, especially when you don't know shit. No one does. Fucking rat.
That's the problem. That's the problem.
That's what he is. Lupo, fake, phony rat. There's a lot of people that I don't care about. I don't care about. The issue that I have with those two is that they met Mrs. Assassin multiple times. They met Baby Assassin. They met my family. Right? They know what I'm about, you know? You know what I mean?
Really? They met your wife and later found out you were being inappropriate. I guess the cheating they were able to eat. And then, which some people can't eat. I could. I don't give a fuck. I don't know what's going to happen either way. Marriage is fucking, people cheat all the time. These fucking young guys that call in here and act like it only happens in the worst of circumstances have another thing coming. You're going to get cheated on. It's happening. You can go to jail for it if you want, but it's going to happen.
Hey, buddy.
Especially if you date young people when you're young. You know what Doc's favorite sports team is? The San Francisco 49ers. Thanks, Sinner. Make me a meme, and I'll put it on Facebook. Thank you.
I mean, champs, they got sucked in by an over.
Yeah, you cheated on her, and they can't bitch. But like that almost makes it worse if they met your family and they found out you did this shit.
Over-exaggerated fucking narrative that was blown up by all these little anime, desperate for attention, zero life experience people on the internet, these trolls.
I don't know if you can sit there and do the zero life experience thing when you have made a mockery of yourself in your 30s and 40s.
And it was blown out and exaggerated. And then you got people going, but you admitted it. What the fuck do we admit? Some jokes and bantering?
That's not what you said. If it was jokes and bantering, I think a lot of people could have swallowed it. You still were going to lose some people no matter what. Because you're not supposed to joke around with kids like that. You're not supposed to. You're not supposed to talk dirty in front of kids. Now, does it make you a pedophile? No. And it depends on the situation, of course. But we're never going to see that. Because the biggest pussy is Nick Merckx and Dr. Lupo is, you're not showing, you're not strong enough to tell us exactly what happened.
We said, wake up. We didn't admit nothing. Now, you're convinced. And
I wonder why this guy left his character. No, I think he is Dr. Disrespect now. At the end of the day, Doc's just a YouTuber, pretty much.
They're all convinced by the narrative that was put out by, guess who? Rolling Stones, Washington Post, right? Little fucking depressed, deep-eyed slasher. All these people, right? These people we can't relate to. And it's unfortunate. But the real truth, after that, it was revealed. Look at these fucking fake.
I know Slasher is a terrible journalist and completely dishonest and a total fucking hack. But he did end up being right.
Phonies, man. I mean, you're literally, Nick's going.
And he fucked it up right after because he's a moron.
On a podcast talking about us, champs. I don't even fucking.
Talking about us. Like he's swinging his audience. He's trying to bring the audiences. Imagine if I came in here and started doing that. You and me, the shot from the point, disrespect. He's swinging his audience.
Look, there's a difference between having to, like, as a person in the industry, to speak up on it. And, like, for example, Tim and Z Laner, like, they're good people.
I'd like to find this fucking thing that I want to know what he's talking about. I'd like to see that.
People, they're good people. They responded in a way where it's like, hey, from what we've heard, okay, again, give me a call, shoot me a DM, whatever. Let's talk about it. Explain it in a couple minutes. Boom, that's it. But
how about telling us? If you take his wig, Dr. DisRespect looks like Dustin Hoffman and Captain Hook when he loses his wig.
Never did that. So for those that are asking, like, you should play with Z or Timmy, the only way is they'd have to apologize. Not publicly. I don't care about them.
Oh, they'd have to apologize now.
Tommy, also, Nick Merck's a response just got posted by Dexterdo. Nick Merck's response on Parasocial.
Good, I can't wait to read it. We'll get it.
They just come up and say, hey,
Jeannie's boyfriend, Tommy's not.
Janice_boyfriend donated $5. Tommy's not right, is he, Johnny? Not everyone gets cheated on. Right?
Everyone does. Everyone. Doesn't mean you are.
No.
You've probably already been.
Made a mistake. Boom. Let's get back.
I have, yes.
Yeah, have you cheated or cheated on, or both?
Been cheated on.
I've never. Probably wouldn't admit that if you girls never admit that.
Oh no, I would admit it if I did, but no.
You would admit it right now if you cheated on another guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't recommend that. I'll let you say it, but I don't think. No.
Yeah, but I haven't. So
keep that yourself. I did. I cheated.
Back into it. Then I'm good, right? That's how I deal with shit, right? Like, hey, as long as you learn from it, you apologize, boom, you move on. This whole exaggerated narrative.
What do you apologize for? I really want to know. Like, I mean, I suppose I get it with the guy on the podcast, but apologize for not wanting to play with you? Like, what do you apologize for? You're the one that put it out. Like, what would suffice as a sincere apology? I'd love to ask him that.
That was built up. So pathetic. Bunch of fucking pussies. That's what it is. I don't, we've got Bobby, Rally.
They're pussies. They don't want to be around a guy that everybody's calling a pedophile because he talked inappropriately on a minor. What a wuss, coward. Listen to what you're saying.
We got Vis. Do we have to network to stay relevant or popular or do whatever? No.
Yes.
Oh, champs, all these fucking other people.
See, he is high on himself. So that money's coming in because of the end. He's feeling good. It's been about a month, I guess, too. So he probably just got his first check.
They need each other. They need the streamer awards show.
This guy sucks. Exactly. He sucks.
They need a network. They need Twitch. They need to do this. We need to do a hot tub stream together.
Yeah, like or how about this? How about like talking inappropriate to a minor is a bridge too far for them. There's a line. Cheating your wife? Maybe they can handle that. That's between you and your wife. That's what they used to say when Bill Clinton was in office.
Together. We need to fucking make sure we collab. It's like, holy shit, Dexerto, it's like a dick-sucking website for Kai Cenat. And when I'm not in the Lamborghini,
he's right about that.
On the way to the arena or doing hot shot 360s to win games on the main stage in front of the brightest LED lights imaginable. I got common sense people coming up to the two-time, say, hey, two-time, what's up, man? Congrats.
It's so fucking weird. It's so fucking weird that he is actually, you're seeing it like he's somewhere near his actual personality and Dr. DisRespect. That's why I say he's Dr. DisRespect now. Like, because in one sense he's breaking the fourth wall, and in another sense he's doing 360s and knocking guys out. Like, I mean, that is that's the persona seeping into the character right there. You just saw it. That's weird. What was that scene that Dustin Hoffman? What movie was that? I was told about this scene. It's a scene with Sir Laurence Olivier, one of the greatest actors ever, and the new method acting, Dustin Hoffman, who's also a great actor, by the way. And supposedly he was just sitting there reading a paper before a scene or something like that.
Marathon Man?
Is it Marathon Man? And then Dustin Hoffman, my uncle told me about this. And Dustin Hoffman goes, how do you do this? How do you just sit there and do this? And just like this right here. Like, in other words, how do you not do the method? How do you not get into the character? How do you not pretend you're a character? And Olivia supposedly puts on the paper and he goes, it's called acting. Like, yeah, kind of. You don't have to be the character. I mean, look, if whatever preparation gets you in there. I mean, we watched that video of Jack Nicholson right before he did the scene. Here's Johnny's scene. and he takes an axe and he jumps up and down, just almost like an athlete, like getting pumped up. DM King, looking forward to Saturday when the home of 2025 CBD National Champions, Ohio State University, Ohio Stadium, an outdoor hockey game with the Detroit Red Wings. Oh, cool. Awesome. I went to one. It was awesome. Thank you, DM King. And he's got the axe, and he's going, I'm an axe murderer. I'm an axe murderer. I'm an axe murderer. Okay, let's go. Let's shoot. All right, that's the method acting, you know. But, like, you're seeing this, like, he's becoming the guy. And that's psychotic.
Congratulations on the Rumble. Congratulations on the YouTube monetization, right?
Hey, buddy. Congratulations. There you go. There you go. SFTP brought to you by Dustin Hoff.
It ain't PDF pedophile. Anime picture, he, him, she, her. Look at this.
Oh, because nobody says it to your face. Yet you're sitting here jacking like a jackass once again. Because nobody's got the guts to say to a guy that's almost 7 feet tall. Well, guess what? You don't have to you don't have to do some sort of manly throwdown. You can voice your opinion on Twitter about you being a freak, much as you fucking like. And what's your argument? Well, you couldn't kick my ass in real life. Well, maybe. I'm sure a 7-foot guy, a guy that could tall enough to play in the NBA, could kick a lot of ass. But whether you could beat somebody's ass or not, if they think you're out of line with some fucking young girl, yeah, they got every right to voice it, especially since you've admitted it. No, I didn't admit it. I admitted the jokes. No, I just read it before. You admitted it. No, I would love to know the seriousness of it so I could judge for myself. But his whole thing, he says it before, you don't even know what happened. Yet he has a means to let everybody know what happened. But he's too much of a coward to do it. So what do people naturally think? It must be pretty bad. It's definitely something doesn't want out there. He's like, can you imagine if it does come out and it's just something like he makes a reference to the Slick Daddy Club or something to this girl, and she writes back and she says, I'm 17, and writes, I'm sorry, and that's what he's been covering up. I could see that happen, and I could see it being, that crossed the line. That's fucking creepy. Get the fuck out of here. You knew that girl was 17. You knew that girl was 16. Or is she younger than that? Because once you get to 15, 14 and below, it doesn't matter what the fuck you said. Jokes or not. That's something to think about too.
Guy, he's still around. He's still relevant.
It ain't like that. Fuck that. They want to believe that, but it ain't that. That ain't the case. Like, I'm rolling, man. But you know what's going to happen to Xerto's going to write their little article.
I don't know. Maybe it's the way it's being edited. Is this a Coke thing?
Fuck, dude. What the fuck?
Jake Lucky's going, oh, man, did you get it? And what's his partner's name, who's like a hardcore liberal dude?
Oh, that's it. This is about left and right.
They're all kind of hardcore, but like, what's this?
Oh, God. What the fuck did he say? Dude, he's just stirring the pot again. Is it true? Is it his numbers are down? Is it because...
In fact, the only people that would be able to side with you that are so hopelessly ingrained into the culture war, like fucking Jeremy. Firm handshake.
Well, maybe... Is it because he's not getting any sponsorships, or is there no game campaigns? Does any of his friends play with him anymore? His numbers are down.
How much you want to bet if the same situation happens to some fucking left-wing SJW type, that Jeremy would be calling him anything close to a pedo?
Just...
Joke. That's how you get knocked out. How old is he? Was he 45?
Dr. DisRespect, I think he's 42.
He's 42 years old.
Let me double check. He's 42. He'll be 43 this year, like in about 2 weeks.
Laughable. And talk about like faux masculinity and stuff like that. Oh man.
Dr.
Look, I made
$5. Look, I made a mistake texting that 15-year-old girl. But she seemed really mature for 16. I never knew that she was 17. Am I really a bad person for texting an 18-year-old?
Thanks, Doc. It's ridiculous. Everybody has a right to feel the way they want about this situation. Now, I want to get right to the good stuff. You sent me the response?
Yeah.
I'm dying to see this. Is there a video response?
Yeah.
Nick Merckx is the biggest pussy in the world. Lupo is obviously he's fake.
That's the original one. So then scroll down a bit.
Scroll down a bit. Oh, I'm dying to see that.
There.
This shit was it clearly. I don't want to be associated with a guy that can do these types of things consistently. That's it, man.
That was it? That's the
I'm
entire.
out. I said I'm out. I'm out, man. Well, whatever. We already know the dude cheated on his wife. Then he's talking about this guy met my wife. I mean,
yeah, like you cheated on her. Like what? Like what impact would that have had? I mean,
motherfucker, you cheated on her.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking.
That's the highlight here.
Yep.
Yeah, I shook her hand at the Super Bowl halftime for 7 minutes. Yeah, I fucking met her. She was a nice lady. I feel bad for her, man. I hope they figure it out. I seriously, I hope they figure it out. I hope it's great for them, man. I really do. I know it must be hard, this whole thing for them. I hope they figure it out. But I didn't go up there talking shit about his wife and his kid.
I think he was talking about Lupo, but yeah, you could have took away from he's talking about him as well.
Just made a little point.
No, is it? Yeah, talk about my. So what?
There's another video I think in there as well, but I'm not.
We're all fake and phony because we cut ties with you after you did some fucking crazy shit. Put all your boys in a tough spot.
Mm-hmm.
You want to get real about it? Get fucking real about it. You put everybody around you in a tough ass spot because you're a dog. Because you're a dog, bro. And I've known plenty of dogs, man. But when you go below that 18-year-old bullshit, you a different kind of dog now. Now you're a weirdo. And you can't fucking, you have no self-awareness.
None.
You can't reflect. You can't hold yourself accountable. You can't be a man.
He can't even tell you what happened. He can't even say what happened.
Being a man is about holding yourself accountable with things you do. It's a really important part about growing up and being a fucking man. You're a father. You're a husband. Look, you fucked up. You got to own it. You got to be a fucking man. You fucked up. You don't get to go around and blame everybody else for the shit that you did. That's not what you do.
Actually, you didn't do anything. I was just joking around. I wasn't joking around before, but now it is.
That's not what you do.
I think that was the perfect response.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't say, I'm going to kick your ass back. He doesn't get into all that thing. He says, look, this is the situation. We had to disassociate because you put everybody in an extremely tough spot. I can deal with you cheating on your wife, which is pretty much what I said just prior, wasn't it? But don't give me this shit that I know what you're about. You're a dog. Once you go under 18, now you're a weirdo. That's perfect. I wanted to believe that it was just a joke. But everything that's happened since makes me think it's a lot fucking worse and something I couldn't associate or defend. So he goes out and writes that. I think it would be hysterical if it actually was just a joke. And he's such a fucking coward that he couldn't put it out. I said this. I thought it was fucking funny. Looking back, she was too young for that type of joking around. I think I could have lived with that. But, as he talks about all that masculinity horse shit, like fucking being a man and stuff like that. But he's kind of right in the same way. Like, yeah, and then now that this is out, there's going to be a certain group of people that don't want anything to do with me, and just accept it. Yeah, what's it? Kaiusai Hidatori, he's finished that DMV. He's absolutely finished. And imagine the arrogance knowing that. And that's the other scenario. If anybody sees a DM, it's just completely, even the most fervent Dr. Disrespect fan couldn't defend it. And maybe the DDG could defend it, but they'll defend anything. And that's what it is. Nah, I'm out of here. I'm done. That was really well said. That's probably the best thing. I would like to know what he's talking about, Lupo. Fairness, Doctor,
Yeah,
he does
I've
look
been
kind of
combing a bit
exactly
for
what
it,
he said. Yeah, he went on a podcast and somebody, hey, you put these guys in a bad spot. So for the rest of their careers, because of your behavior, they're going to say, hey, do you ever talk to Dr. Disrespect? What are your feelings on that? For the rest of their career, that was you. Nah, Dr. Disrespect became Dr. Disrespect. He's not Guy Fawkes or whatever the fuck his name is now. He's a guy named Guy playing another guy. It was the most fake thing about the whole thing. Lynn, good point, Lynn. That's what you win. You win the day. He's a guy named Guy playing another guy. I'm gonna steal that. That's so good. Some of you guys should be writing for me, especially Teddy.
Just make that the title. Something. Just a guy playing. Guy.
Where do you get off, man? It's just, I don't think you could beat this guy up. I like, that's a side thing and it's completely useless macho shit. But something tells me you couldn't. What's his background? You're in your all right, early 40s.
Yeah, he's 42, and then Nick Merckx is 34.
He's 34. I want to know his background.
He was born in Detroit.
He's born in Detroit. Let's see. He's 100 Thieves owner, founder of Nate Shot. He joined Base Clan. This ain't his bad personal life. Kolchev has been married and has one son. Kolchev endorsed Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Doesn't say anything about. It doesn't say anything as military background.
No.
From what I understand, he does have a military background.
Let's see.
Nick Merckx military service. He was in the Navy. He tried to be a Navy SEAL but didn't make it. Oh yeah, I know what happened to him. The post was revealed, but you can still see it here. He tried to be Navy SEAL but didn't make it. No shame in that, by the way. He also became what he called a janitor. I don't know. I don't think he beat his ass. I don't think he could beat anybody's ass that picked up the paper to sign to the Navy SEALs. I got news for you, Skinny. Ain't gonna happen. No. Hold on, I'm mildly interested in this too.
How far into Buzz did you make it? Thanks for all you do. I only made it 2 weeks into Buzz. I couldn't hack it, man. It is unbelievable, man.
I bet.
I joined the Navy. I did.
Some of the toughest guys you know couldn't last a week in there. Some of the toughest guys you've ever met in your life, I swear to God.
I was in an 800 division boot camp up in Great Lakes. And then from there, you go to pre-buds. I went to pre-buds, a 2 or 3 month program.
It sounds like Ranger indoctrination. They go to Ranger indoctrination and then you go to Ranger school. And Ranger indoctrination, some people say that's actually, because that's where they just fuck with you. Right? And see if you could take that, then you're mentally capable of doing the rest of the training.
Program in Great Lakes. And then, and then from there, you go out to Coronado. You do Indoc. That's a 4 or 5 week program. Where you kind of just go through the motions of what you're going to be doing in Buds, and then Bud starts. And I only made it like 2 weeks. It was really, did you have a mentor prior? Yeah, I did. I don't know if there's anything that can prepare you for that. You kind of just, you just gotta, it's tough, man. It's a total kick in the nuts, man. How do you prepare for that? You know what I mean? You can. There's some you can do. I got a lot of friends that are SEALs to this day. A lot of SEALs in the stream, believe it or not, man. A lot of them, they all tune into the stream, and they love that. You know, I'm doing this, and they're like, "You're so lucky." You know, it's really funny actually. But ironically enough, that was. You know, I envy those guys, man, because I really wanted to do that. I really wanted to do that. I really wanted to make that. I I really wanted to be a SEAL.
He's at peace with it. I when I didn't make jump school, it took me about 10 years to get over it. I'm not even joking. Ugh. It doesn't bother me anymore to see jump wings, though. If any soldier had jump wings on, I couldn't look him in the eye. I know I completely avoid them when I was in the Army. Couldn't deal with it.
Damn.
Yeah. And there was one of my friend of mine did have wings, and he had one uniform where he didn't actually put the patch on, and one that he did, and I would only talk to him on days that he didn't have it on. He never knew. He never knew that. He never knew that. Couldn't deal with it. I still had a lot of jealousy and shit to wring out in my late 20s, early 30s that I hadn't gotten clean. But it's kind of understandable. No, it's pussy shit. It's pussy shit. It's called not being a man, Lynn. It's called being a fucking stone ass pussy and not look at something like that straight in the eye. I'll tell you something else I did. Somebody asked me what the most horrible thing I ever did in the military, and I couldn't think. I told some fucking crazy ass story about some Asian broad I was fucking sleeping with. And it wasn't very nice what I did, but it was just more funny about that. I'll tell you the worst thing that I ever fucking did in the military. I'll tell you. I didn't go to my roommate's ceremony for becoming a sergeant. That was the worst thing I ever did. You know why? Because I was too much of a pussy because he beat me. Now, I couldn't even rationalize it. Well, he was 11 Bravo, so he's going to make it there quicker. I was too much of a pussy to look him in the eye. And instead of upping my game, I just got mad. Oh, my sergeant screwed me. Yeah, exactly, Baba Booey. Oh, well, boo-hoo. Yeah, that's the worst thing I ever did. And our relationship went right after that. I tried to call him. I don't think he ever forgot it either. Because I tried to call him, I want to say 5 years ago, and you could tell he wasn't even mildly interested in talking to me. And then I tried, I think a year or two ago, recently I wrote something in his, and I don't blame him. Recently I wrote in his Facebook, and he saw it and didn't say anything. So there you go. There you go. Do you have any stories about your drill sergeant? Plenty. Told one this morning to my wife. I'll tell you a quick one. When I was in AIT in 2005, we had Drill Sergeant Stanley. Drill Sergeant Stanley talk like this. The hell are you doing? What the hell is going on? I can't even do it. I'm not doing any justice. I'm going to try. And he used to, I don't know, when he punished you, he used to always go, good training, whoa. Good training, huh? Right? He's a big black guy, fucking ripped and built and what have you. So these are AIT drill sergeants. They're not as hardcore as basic, but he saw me reading the Army Times, and I was deliberately reading the Army Times because on the cover of the Army Times, right? I used to read a lot of newspapers. Was these Fort Knox drill sergeants that had gotten kicked out of I guess lost their status. Maybe, I don't know if they lost rank, but they definitely lost their drill sergeant hats because they were making guys drink water till they threw up as punishment, which is not a part of the that's not acceptable form of discipline. And they all got shit canned. It was a big controversy and what have you. So I thought it'd be funny to sit right in front of my drill sergeant and read this paper right in front of him. And he goes, hey, Callahan, you always reading. What you reading today? I was like, oh, nothing, drill sergeant. Oh, you're reading something? What are you doing? And I said, I'm reading the article in the Army Times. Did you hear about it? Being a wise-ass bat. And he says, why, yes, I did, Callahan. And you know what? I got an opinion. And then he went on and started doing something else. And then he looked at, oh, do you want my opinion? Good training, whoa. Get down and push. He smoked the shit out of me, but it was worth it because it was just get his fucking just to get his goat. He's a great fucking drill sergeant. Good training. That's what he said. Good training. No, he ain't gonna throw his boys under the bus. Never. Those guys are out of line, and I'm sure Drill Sergeant Stanley knew it. But yeah, I was thinking about them today. We had one guy that was so into Full Metal Jacket. He says the reason he joined the military so he could get his drill sergeant hat and yell at other kids in his Full Metal Jacket voice, and he would imitate that movie all fucking day. It's art imitating life, imitating art, imitating life, life imitating art, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. And he used to go, show me your war face, and do all that shit. It's a pretty funny guy. He's a good guy too. I forgot everybody's name. So that's the worst thing I ever did in the military. I dipped out of my friend because I was too much of a pussy to feel good for him. And you know what I did after that? I never, ever, 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 ever let that emotion get to me again. If you notice, I've had guys come in, they pass me, what have you, and I'm nothing but proud of you. It's not fake. It's the way I feel now. Because I'd much rather have a friend do well and maybe pass me or do better than me in this type of shit than not have the friend. And I remembered that. Because after a while, when the feeling went away, hey, how's Rod doing? Oh, Rod doesn't want to talk to you anymore because you're too much of a pussy to show up to this fucking a pretty important event because you're a big part of this guy's life. So there you go. That's the worst thing I ever did in the military. And I paid for it. What's going on here? ReviewTechUSA end stream with call the police on the Thorpes after they've been insisting on showing up to his residence for days now. What? He called the police on the Thorpes. I talked to, nobody came into my after math chat yesterday, probably because it was way too fucking late in the States. But I met somebody called Lynx. And I don't know, they were pissing and moaning about Keemstar, thinking I was gonna feel sorry for her, but no, really. I told her how I felt. I was like, wow, should have known. But she was quite nice, and she makes some pretty cool art and stuff like that. And apparently, what she told me is Rich was supposed to be on, I guess, one of their lolcow commiseration sessions, the one I decided not to do, and I'm sure glad I didn't do it. And then she's been trying to dox him ever since or something. And I told Lynx, you probably should disavow.
Have to give me
let's bop that up a bit, huh? Let's go.
A few minutes here. I'm gonna have to call the cops. I don't really want to, because that means they're gonna have to show up here. Christ, fucking retards waste my fucking.
Apparently, he ghosted them.
Stop the stream. We have 600 fucking people here. Here we go. I'm gonna call them. Don't really have a choice. I'll be back, maybe. If not, I'll be here tomorrow.
Does anybody have the clip of her trying to do that? Because I like to see that before I judged. Totally judge. But if she's doxing people, I don't know why she thinks that's a good move. But then again, she thought pretending that she was sleeping with her father was a good move for being an influencer too. So who knows? I don't know who could run with you after you do something like that. You take such a tard. Yeah. You shouldn't be treating him that though. Oh! A wide neck arrested for sending explicit images to San Francisco 40 minor. Charles Wideneck McDowell. That's a great name for a blues musician. The viral internet star known for his unusually large neck has been arrested in Cherokee County, Georgia, 40 miles north of Atlanta, on multiple felony charges involving friends of Joe Montana. According to the Cherokee County Sheriff's offices, McDowell is accused of sending explicit photos and videos to someone who uses a pickaxe, including transmitting nudity without consent. Him and Destiny should go bowling. And electronically furnishing obscene material. McDowell, who first gained fame from his 2018 mugshot, is now being held without bond and awaits legal proceedings. That's one big ass neck. And they showed a picture of him running around with some weird guy. He got long neck and wide neck. I get it.
Daddy long neck is the other guy.
Poor guy. Well, Good luck to that. Destiny making the Daily Mail. It only gets worse for himself. YouTuber Destiny36 is accused of revenge porn by Foreman. This is going mainstream now. And he's done this to himself. I don't think if he streams and talks about it the way he does, I don't think this article happens. And I think it's just going to rise in ranks. Has he been on Piers Morgan since?
I don't
think he has.
So. No.
It's Pixie's fault. He's accused of revenge for it's up to 4 now. But claims he's the victim of the leak. Florida-based streamer appeared on Piers Morgan, Jordan Peterson, and Lex Friedman shows. All 3 of those guys are like, thanks. Interviewed Democratic Congressman Ro Khanna. Kahana? I don't know if I said that right. One approximately 25-year-old woman who goes by Pixie Love online sued Bono last week for $2.15 million. See, he could have got out of it with $1 million. Claiming he leaked videos of himself having sex with her when she was about 21 and ended up... How old is she now? Could you look up how old Pixie is now?
Yeah.
And then ended up...
I think she's supposed to be 25 now.
4 years. So
it says one approximately 25-year-old woman. Yeah, and then when she was about 21, so it happened 4 years ago.
Oh, it's on porn sites now. Nice. Another whose online name is Sherry says she filed a police report against Bonnell for sharing intimate audio recordings. I wonder if that counts. Maybe it does. Fuck to find out. Pixie's lawsuit alleges maybe she checked before she filed. Pixie's lawsuit alleges that 2 other women, including his ex-wife, Melina Sweetface, I'm not trying to say that, and a woman named Sesla, have also publicly alleged that Bonnell released sexually explicit videos of them without their consent. As one of the first-time gamer streamers, Bonnell has built up more than 1 million followers. I don't give a fuck. So it's getting bigger. Way to go. He is not good when cornered. I'm starting to see. He is not good when cornered or when he feels cornered. Because the Trump getting shot, he was not cornered. But he felt that way. And he crashed out. They put her in like a
I know, I love the choice of pictures they got. Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck? Oh, and then he's got fucking like stuffed animals on his shoulders.
Especially you take a shot from the fucking leaked video. Might as well. Yeah, because you could be like, if you're just a regular guy, you're like, oh, wow, that's crazy. Oh, that's terrible. That's a slut. I know this is not the Daily Mail or Mail Online, excuse me. Oh, no, it's Daily Mail. Yeah, but it only grows from here is my point, Lynn.
That's what I was talking about, Madden. Like the fucking stuffed animals. I'm just seeing like the world's smallest violin right now.
He's a sad puppy. He didn't mean for it to happen. You know what I think? That's what you get for fucking Destiny. Ha! That's my opinion. That's not popular. Dare Nick DiOrio to say that. You know, my friends Willie Mack Show and Nick DiOrio, they're pussies.
Well, I mean, Nick was already making out with Destiny, so.
Yeah, no. What's all with that? What's up with Papa Gut? What's his deal?
Nick's just been making out with everyone. That you didn't want to do because you didn't want to do that.
It's long. I got to sort through this.
Yeah, that's the thing. What is it? Kite also brought something to my attention. So Hassan went on a podcast recently.
Did he?
And that podcast has now lost 10K subscribers or something since having him on.
That's he's a hot potato now.
Yeah, there's a video. It's like a 12-minute video, basically, if you want to take a look at it. All right, shipped it over.
Interesting.
So on February 21st, Hassan was on the Trash Taste podcast. And there's a flood of backlash in the comment section about Trash Taste having this dude on their show. Hassan is aware of the backlash, and he does not seem happy, making a number of...
No, because it makes him... Now you can only run your little commie and terrorist circles. No, and who else is going to take you? Me, I'll put you on.
Responses addressing it. So let's take a look at all this stuff and let me know what you think. First off, some analytics. The video currently...
I do think it's stupid. I suppose it depends on what he said on the podcast. I do think it's stupid to like unsub somebody just because they interview somebody on the surface. But if they're sucking up to his terrorism, if I like, I'll tell you who I stopped watching after October 6th. Who's the Chicago guy, the Polish guy with the fucking Irish last name? Dorr. I couldn't deal with it. You know, it's like, I'm out. And I like Jimmy. He kind of reminds me of a lot of the people I grew up with, but I'm not listening to him fucking make excuses for what happened on October 7th. I'm out. And in fact, I didn't just unfollow him. And it works too. I clicked on the thing where I didn't want to get any more and nothing in my what do you do when you do that? I think was it this thing right here?
Your feed or whatever.
Yeah, I said no feed. No, it worked. I've only seen. I guess when he went on Tucker, it's the only time I've seen him since. It really worked.
Yeah, and also with the whole thing with Hassan, the 10K was approximately like 3 days ago. It could be way more now.
It has 293,250 views with 15,000.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that video was a flop.
Mm-hmm.
He had totally crashed out. Ooh, mega crash out there. Yes, sir. Sure. Yeah, it was a flop. A flop. Wow, we will.
1,566 dislikes, giving it a 49% dislike ratio. And this is after Hassan directed his viewers to essentially combat what he's calling the brigading. So presumably before he did that, this was an even worse ratio. I'll show you the clip where he does issue that statement. Once again, we'll go over all that stuff, and these analytics are provided by jabrek.net.
Real quick, back to Jimmy the Spitter Tour. Didn't he like bullshit that he didn't do what he said he did, or he didn't spit on him or something? He like lied about that? I forget what that was about.
First, a brief clip of the podcast itself. Just seems fitting to play at least like, short portion of that. Then we'll take a look at some of the comments so you can get some more of the context.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Trash Taste. I'm joined once again by the boys, and we have a returning guest because you're back in Japan now.
Hell yeah, I'm here permanently now. I've decided. This time it's for real.
Yeah, for real?
Yeah, now that my country's on fire, I chose Japan to just stay here.
All right. Whoa.
But yeah, we all
probably like the most conservative country in the Orient.
Hassan, he's back.
Yeah.
No politics, sorry.
Yeah.
No politics, all right. I don't want to hear it.
I love how they can't get 30 seconds into the episode without this dude bringing politics up. Seriously.
Well, I mean, in fairness, douchebag, that's what he's known for. Come on.
30 seconds. Anyways, taking a look at the top comments, we've got, I'd prefer my anime discussion not to involve a guy who celebrated the death of innocent civilians in no less
That's funny.
than 2 different recent modern conflicts, and who carries water for authoritarian regimes and celebrates terrorists indiscriminately attacking civilian vessels at sea.
I don't know if there's any exaggeration in that statement.
Abducting their crews, and who still stone women to death for not obeying their every command. Thanks. Another one saying, I've been a viewer of the Anime Man and Giga for more than a decade. As a female viewer, I am absolutely disgusted seeing 3 men, the biggest in the anime YouTube space, happily endorse an R-word apologist. I looked up to you guys when I was young.
An R-word apologist. She means retard? Is that what she means?
Really? I think...
Oh, a rape apologist.
Maybe. I think that's what I thought it was.
I thought it was retard. Everybody else is Tommy.
He's apologizing for all the tards.
Well, I guess he is a bit of a rape apologist. Yeah, he's done that. Yeah, they rape women on that. Okay, sure. Okay, fine. No, I take that back. You're an intelligent woman. I'm a very stupid man.
I thought you were different. I'm incredibly hurt and disappointed seeing this. And right below that comment, another one that reads, "Who thought having Hassan is a good idea? This isn't just a simple drama that can be ignored. That's like saying 9/11 is just drama, then proceed to have Bin Laden or Al Qaeda members as guests."
That sounds like something he would say.
Talk about their favorite video games.
Didn't that a politician, a Muslim politician in Minnesota, she said a thing happened on 9/11?
Other comments talk about how people are dropping trash taste over this collab. For example,
and then she fucked her brother to get in the country.
Well, this one's saying, "I've been here since the start. I'm done." Similarly, right below that, this one reading, "Texan here. I can say with the absolute state of confidence that I can say for the rest of us here in this beautiful state, we have and will never tolerate terrorists and their sympathizers. We delete them. If he's your friend, be a good friend and have a seriously long talk with him about changing his ways or changing his name. It's been a good time listening to you, gentlemen, but this is the end of the road for me. I'll pray for your wisdom and discernment. Stay safe, boys." And right below that, another one reading, "This is the last thing produced by Trash Taste that I will ever watch." More comments talking about dropping Trash Taste right below those. For example, this one also reading, "Been following both Joey and Gigux since 2015, but now I'm unsubscribing. Not gonna watch someone who endorses terrorism by hosting this guy." Once again, those comments were just some of the comments that you can find by sorting by top comments. And it seems like there's thousands, if not tens of thousands of comments where people share similar sentiment. Interestingly enough, the pinned comment is from Trash Taste, and they say, "We don't and have never deleted comments on any episodes."
All right, Trash Taste goes up one in my book. I actually appreciate that.
And this is because a number of people have been accusing them of deleting comments that are
apparently not. I mean, they're reading them right, or at least they're lazy about it.
Of Hassan. For example, this tweet that reads, "Trash Taste is getting heat for having Hassan Piker on the podcast," and then deleting comments
I will say this. I've been accused of it so many fucking times and haven't done it.
Of him.
It could be like an auto mod thing. Like if Hassan's lackeys or minion like followers basically just mass report it, it could be like auto taken down or something.
Doxes, and I deleted an attack on Jeff's dead father. And I also deleted an attack on Biscuit's girlfriend who had just passed away. It's the only thing I've ever deleted. And it's not for me. It's for them.
Screenshots, and we'll take a look at these real quick. This one reading, "Sad to see they had to delete so many comments. I like Trash Taste, but this is very disappointing. Insecure much?" The second screenshot reading, "Deleting all the comments hating on Hassan is wild though." And the next screenshot reading, "Funny how this comment section suddenly started glazing Hassan after ripping him apart. Don't think we didn't notice that the top comment got removed." That account making a follow-up tweet that reads, "Even the Trash Taste Reddit wasn't impressed." Going on to quote, "First time seeing a 50% like to dislike ratio on a Trash Taste episode. Now those comments are just gone? Is the person who manages the channel actually deleting them?" Taking a look at the provided screenshots, we can see there's actually a lot more to that comment. The full comment reading, "The first thing I did when this episode came out was scroll down to the comments. There were hundreds of them expressing the fact that they did not like having Hassan back. Some of them had almost 1,000 likes.
How did this turn into a Bobax video?
Now those comments are just gone. Is the person who manages the channel actually deleting them? Please let this just be, well, at least ones that the mod or mods didn't yet remove. For example, this top response that talks about how pathetic it is to issue some kind of counter brigade, and how that's also a brigade. The next one reading, "Yeah, that'll solve the problem for sure." And this one saying, "We wait for another Connor damage control short video, lol." Right below that, this comment reading, "Ah, great, another creator telling his community to counteract the hate. Looks like this is going to be more than a 12-hour drama." Then there's this one that reads, "Of all the things he could have done to calm the flame, he just sends it into a blaze." This one's really funny because of how things played out. So this comment says, "Will the mods directs his audience to quote unquote get in and actively counter the brigade." And here's the clip.
"Mr. President, the second Piker has hit the Trash Taste. Why would you do this, Hassan? Really? The terrorist endorser? Shame. Too bad. I get irritated from just seeing his face. The guy has said so many profoundly idiotic things that I honestly cannot listen to a word from him. The brigade is on, folks. Get in and actively counter the brigade."
How's that going to help? That's not going to help. It's going to make things worse. Because the people that are, like, the people in your brigade aren't going to watch that shit to begin with. The only thing you're going to do is you're going to piss them off even more, and they're going to lose more subs. Because it doesn't even matter if you win the brigade war and it looks like everybody loves Hassan. the people that don't like you being on there are just going to leave. And the ones that hang around are going to troll.
They botted the video immediately. Lol is at 2.5K dislikes.
Botted. I make jokes around kids in coffins and you don't need a dislike bot, dude.
You really upset the weebs this time? Yeah.
That dude in chat trying to blame all of this.
Oh, yeah, now it's the weebs. Yeah. I was all about talking to the weebs and being around the weebs and doing it, and now the weebs are just weebs.
It's like on some like dislike bot. It's just the icing on the cake. But wait, there's another clip to take a look at. This one that reads, Chatter tells Hassan he's out of touch, which he didn't appreciate.
Because sometimes we'll stare into the darkness on this broadcast. Like, we'll look at like what they're saying, and they just can't comprehend how like journalists are still covering this guy in a positive way. What the f is going on? And it's like, dude, why do you think? You think like a 40-year-old journalist has no political convictions of their own? Like, you think they're going to be deluded by like a drama farmer on YouTube, like a slop tuber, and be like, wow, this is a real bad guy? You think they haven't seen internet harassment campaigns before? You are so out of touch, holy hell. No, brother, I'm not the one who's out of touch. The people that are going, we hate you because we think this person is an evil person, me, okay? We think your friend that you know better, okay, is actually secretly an evil person because we've seen...
It's kind of on the surface. It's not a big secret.
YouTube video.
You fucking promote terrorism and make excuses for toddlers and coffins, and everything I just said was true.
Those from rabid haters is an active line of attack. The assumption...
That was a spectacular cope. All right. What's this guy want?
Good question.
Statements and allegations and content nukes and all this kind of stuff being levied against me, and I've refuted those things in many different locations on the internet, but I thought it'd be good to put together this video so you guys had it all in one location.
You refuted the accusation that you're a total lolcow.
Because people are fighting over little pieces of information and ones that they hadn't heard and all of this kind of stuff everywhere that they can.
He's desperately trying to repair his career. Anything but be himself. Anything but be honest.
So if I put it all in one location, it's much easier for you guys to find everything, and then you can just divert people to this.
You ran away from a fight.
Much easier. And no, I'm not going to monetize this video. I just want to get this out there so you guys can actually see what the hell is going on the other side. Number 1, Maldavia's Fig Tree. This is the character that everyone's talking about. You'll actually see this posted all over the internet with people trying to use it as some kind of a gotcha against me. Except this character's never been secret. I talk about it all the time on stream, and I usually refer to Second Life, which is where this character resides, as an adult version of Roblox. And this character isn't just used in Second Life either. In fact, I've used it in other games. Kill the Moon is a demo that I never ended up releasing because it kind of sucks. It was fun to build, something kind of a side thing, took us maybe 2 months to do, and it was a good exercise, kind of like doing a game jam. But there's the character. I use him everywhere, because it's my cool old object head character, and I like that kind of a thing. With that in mind, the...
What the fuck is he talking about? You know what?
Good question.
There's a lot of things about pirate software I got. Like, I used to find him interesting when I got him in my shorts, but when you're this fucking soy, it's just impossible to care. Exactly, Goblin. It's just impossible to care. I'm speaking of not caring. Crooked ex-Long Island cop who moonlighted as Bonado soldier helped fuel mini-mob war with rival Genovese crime family over public. I thought you couldn't do that. I thought you couldn't be a cop. No, they don't. I guess they probably thrown out all their rules. You know that? Let me see. I like gangster stuff. Yeah. Oh, members only. If you ever see an Italian flag in members only, you know it's mobbed up. I'm from New Jersey. I know these things. Reminds me of back home. George Carlin was right about America. We took this beautiful country and turned it into a giant shopping mall. I don't know what that the fuck was, but I guess that was the place we were hanging out. I don't fucking know. This guy, he's Italian. He's black. Ex-detective Rosario. You don't look at this. He looks half black, right? Oh, maybe that's why he was able to be a cop. He's probably not. Well, they probably have different rules nowadays. Is he Italian? Traffic was louder than you. I'll be quiet, Lynn. Speaking of, that's right. It's Long Island, everybody's Italian. It's true. Shoe repair shop. Bonanno's Genovese, 2 of 5 families in the American Mafia generally keep separate spheres during the 80s to 2000s. I know that's not true. And a long-time mob investigator. There are no beefs, no sit-downs. The investigator said, as far as business, there are no major schemes that have worked together. Back then, Vincent the Chin Gigante, the head of the Genovese family, did not respect the Bonanno boss, Joe Menzia. I read a book about him. It's called The Last Godfather. He said he would have nothing to do with him. Well, I'll shine some light. The Bonanno family was kicked out of the mob for drug dealing. Now the expected 2-week trial against Rosario, who is charged with obstructing a grand jury probe into racketeering and lying to the FBI, promises to expose the secrets of New York's alive and well mob underworld. I want to see what what's his face says about that. That guy does not look Italian. That guy does. I don't know. Let's listen to that idiot Dan Crenshaw.
Now, a big part of why these migrant centres are also closing down, as well as your advocacy, is the fact that Donald Trump has largely solved the border crisis, the thing that they said couldn't be solved.
I'm glad the mafia is coming into the 2025 and allowing black membership. It just shows like things are changing for the better.
And he's done it in a matter of...
Or there's another way, the fucking mob's even woke.
Weeks is quite remarkable.
DEI hire. DI the mob, exactly.
But I've got some bad news for you, Alex, some disturbing news to impart. Your biological stepfather, Tucker Carlson's life, may be in peril. Former Navy SEAL and current Congressman Dan Crenshaw, he was caught on a hot mic saying he'll kill Tucker if he ever sees him. This is after an interview with GB News' Stephen Edgington. Let's first have a listen to...
Well, he turned... This is not the first time that he's turned into a tough guy when he's uncomfortable.
What was said during that interview.
Just coming back to this $100 billion to Ukraine, I know that people like Tucker Carlson would make the argument that there's a real opportunity cost there. You know, we could have spent that money on the border or fixing, issues in America. Yeah. What do you make of that argument that all this money could have been spent to help Americans and not Ukrainians?
You can walk and chew bubblegum at the same time.
That's what Nancy Pelosi used to say.
We spend 75-80% of our budget on a welfare state in America, on Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid. I would love to ask Tucker what he thinks that $100 billion should be spent on, and if he would vote for it as a conservative. Tucker doesn't know what he's talking about.
And Alex,
So he doesn't answer the question.
This is what he had to say after the interview.
Have you ever met Tucker?
We've talked a lot. If I ever meet him, he's the worst person.
Fucking idiot. Now, in fairness to Dan, he's probably just blowing smoke. I don't think it's a real fucking threat. But it's not, you are a politician.
So he says, if I meet him, I'll effing kill him.
Yeah, I hate when people do this. When people say something like, I'll fucking kill that guy. It's not necessarily, it's hyperbole. And people pretend to take it literally. And I think that's what would happen here.
Followed that up with, I'm not joking. He's your state's congressman, Alex, from the great state of Texas. Do you approve of these threats against Tucker Carlson's life? Seriously, though, Alex, this is crazy antics.
Why are we taking Alex seriously as a conservative? He is a kind of an actor and a comedian. I like him better that way. Why are we asking Alex serious questions?
A supposed Republican.
Well, forget about whatever political party he's a part of. This shows you how insensitive Dan Crenshaw truly is. And he's a guy, and I appreciate his service, lost his eye fighting.
No, you don't. No, you don't. Oh, no, he's never going to talk to me again now. No, you don't. You don't appreciate his service. Come on now. Come on now. You gave one of the funniest videos ever. Don't back down now, Alex.
A little loser. Who's trying to grab my thing? Look, you're too slow. He's too slow, Navy SEAL. It's funny, Dan, how you said you're tall. I'm small, but I'm so much taller than you, Dan. I'm so much bigger than you. You're just you're a little sad little boy. You know what I mean? I'm the little one. This is, yeah, imagine me calling you out because you're a globalist. Oh, I got a job. I work for the Blaze. I make a lot of money. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do, Dan. Yeah, I make a lot of money. Yeah, I'm a loser.
This is the guy who tells me.
This is unbelievable to me, and I don't fucking appreciate it as a veteran. So he goes up to a bunch of veterans and tries to get them, I think, to kick Alex's ass.
Veterans that their service.
Yeah, because those are weapons of mass destruction that didn't exist. So I'm anti-war.
Yeah. Served for him.
I'm anti-war.
Listen to him. Look, talk about swinging your audience, Dan. This is why I don't respect Dan Crenshaw, because he's not even a politician. He's a social media influencer. You know?
Because I don't believe. Did you guys find any weapons of mass destruction?
As a matter of fact, we did.
Oh, where was? Oh, what weapons of mass destruction? This guy.
Actually, they were there. That veteran's actually right, but it just wasn't what the Bush administration said it was. That's the truth. They did find some stuff. They found some gas, stuff like that. They found some stuff when I was there, but it's just, it's not what George Bush told you it was. And if you'd have known about that, you might not have been pro-Iraq, like how little it was.
Actually going to go down this route, Alex.
Yeah, because we don't have any weapons of mass destruction.
You're looking like a fool right now. You're telling veterans.
He's a professional fool, you fucking idiot.
Giving more money to Ukraine.
We
have a homelessness.
Look at me. Now he's going to pearl clutch for vets. That's disgusting, guy.
You are the modern day version.
Oh, I'm the modern day version. You worry more about Ukraine.
Anything. He's like Hassan. You're the modern day version of people that spit on vets.
In our border,
you are the modern day version.
He cares more about Ukraine than he does about America. So you're a globalist. Why don't you take care of America? You don't care. That's your problem, Dan. You don't care about America.
You know, he really didn't disrespect his service, did he? He just said he didn't find weapons of mass destruction. So I might have to take that back for Alex Stein. That's not disrespectful. It's a fact. They didn't find any kind of in big bundles.
America, you don't care about Texas.
You're disgusting.
Do you think there's an invasion?
You used to be a comedian,
Is there an invasion on our border right now?
You used to be a comedian.
Is there an invasion on our border right now?
Maybe you should go back
I
to that,
still am a comedian. Is there an invasion on our border?
You're not very good at comedy.
Will you admit that there's an invasion on our border?
I think he's good at agitating you.
Yeah, but you won't do anything about it. But why do you give $80 billion to Ukraine? Why do you give $80 billion to Ukraine?
I think you're getting the numbers wrong there, buddy.
Oh, what are we at, $100 billion now?
No, it's not even close.
What are we up to now, Dan? And they even say none of those weapons even go to the front lines. So why don't you start caring about America?
Actually, they do.
You don't care about America at all, Dan. You're a globalist, you're a traitor, you're a dwarf. There's Dan Crenshaw. Come on. Come on, dude.
The modern day version of the people.
Oh, I'm a piece of shit.
Because he called you a dwarf? Really? Really? I know non-vets in experience, not so much the spitting, but the complete disrespect. It's not even close. And you're a politician. Those guys are just coming off the airport. Who the fuck are you? And you served the same time I did, and you probably got your ass kissed like I did. Like I said, I couldn't even buy a coffee in Atlanta. The people were so good to me. And now you're trying to pull this victimization horse shit? Get the fuck out of here.
Globalist, you're killing young children for no reason, sending them to war for nothing.
I gotta be ID'd, right? Yeah, you're harassing a member, an officer, so you're harassing a member.
Well, am I under arrest?
No, you're being stopped in the ID, so not right now, you're being stopped. I just need some identification.
Take him in, officer.
You can hand it to her.
He didn't. Did he? Am I missing something? Because I remember this a lot different. I remembered him saying something really nasty about Dan Service, but I didn't hear it this time. Did he edit it out? He called him a dwarf. Called him a
this is from
globalist.
2 years ago, so.
Dwarf is a fact. Globalist, I suppose that could be subjective, but considering how much he wants to keep that war going on for fucking ever. God, the Democrats and the Republicans had anything to fucking do with it, that war would be going on 10 years from now. And look at the Republicans' records with wars dragging on forever. It's pretty good. Now you got both the left and the right fucking wanting to send your kids to every goddamn battle. I ain't anti-war at all. I like to defend something sensibly and not just drive back and forth for 10 years straight hoping you don't hit a fucking IED. Because I'll be perfectly honest with you, that's what they were doing until Betrayus got a hold of shit. And that douchebag Rumsfeld got fired. Let me tell you, some of my drill sergeants hated Donald Rumsfeld. Hated his guts. And these are the guys who were willing to do it. They weren't like liberal panty wastes. They were willing to go down. It's the only thing political I ever heard in the Army from like authority figures, how much they hated Donald Rumsfeld. That's the truth. I swear by that. I swear by my kids.
Thank you. For future.
Hey, did you notice when Donald Rumsfeld died, nobody cared? On the left or the right? On the left called him a war criminal, of course, but they pretty much do that to anybody. But you notice how there was not a lot of tears coming from the right either?
Reference.
Yeah, I mean, Dan, like you lost your, like you lost more than I ever fucking could dream of. All my friends just got fucked up on drugs and shit. Handful of them died of heart attacks or, it was their day. You had your friends like blown apart and shit. I think a lot of my friends got drug problems because of the stress of military life. Not an excuse, but I think it helped. I can only imagine with guys like you. What's his name told me horror stories about guys afterwards getting involved with drugs and shit. Vega. What's wrong with not wanting to fucking do this unless it's absolutely necessary? I ain't talking shit on you, Vega. I know better than that. I don't get that. Talk about Donald Rumsfeld and Vegas shows. I don't understand that. Like, it's one thing if he was saying, like, did he say something like you're a baby killer? Did he say anything? I think he did say something like his service wasn't worth it. That's a lousy thing to fucking say. All right. Hey, wait a minute. Didn't I go after him on lolcow for that?
I think you did.
Yeah, I cornered him and he backed off. I went after Alex Stein for this. But he really was just busting your fucking balls and you turned it into spitting on you if you were in Vietnam. Get the fuck out of there. Stop using them as a fucking shield. Leave the non-vets alone. Those are some of the best soldiers we've ever seen. Just say when I was in the Army. Go back in that Connex box calendar. Let's find some Vietnam shit. Love all that Vietnam shit. Vietnam veterans were my fucking heroes growing up. His service wasn't worth it. Fuck Crenshaw. No, I don't buy with that. I think it's a lousy fucking thing to say. I think that's disrespectful if he did say that. That's loud because, like, yeah, it wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth it making bonds like that. It wasn't worth it when you did help people out, save lives. Nah. The places you went, people you saw. I think it's a lousy thing to say to a guy that sacrificed his fucking eye. I don't go for that shit. No. But other than that, he was just busting your fucking nuts for being a lousy politician. Vega never said anything like it wasn't worth it. Like, you know who's allowed to say it wasn't worth it? Vega. That's it. I can't say that. I had a great time. All I did is run around Europe and get laid. I was in the water slides part of the army.
Wanting to interview members, you cannot physically stop them from going their way.
I'm not trying to talk back. I didn't physically stop anybody.
I'm just letting
He didn't do it.
you know from what we were getting from members of the public was that you were harassing members that were trying to go back and forth to their votes.
Most of the I didn't lose anybody till afterwards. They've been dropping like flies ever since Vega. I would say a quarter of my friends saw combat. Was it probably like 90% of yours? And not everybody that fucking dropped dead or was even in combat. This had problems. I don't think the military exasperated. How do you say it? English major?
Exacerbated.
Masturbated it.
Oh my god.
I could say that easy. That rolls right off the tongue.
Good for you.
Did the U.S. lose the war in Vietnam? Well, yeah, kind of. They didn't lose a battle. But South Vietnam was taken by North Vietnam, and that was kind of the fucking goal. And had they fought it to invade the North, they probably would have made that happen, but they wanted their cake and fucking eat it too. Kind of like Donald Rumsfeld and George Bush that did everything half-assed in Iraq until General Petraeus went in there and said, win. Smoke a motherfucker. I don't think there's anything you can do in Afghanistan except stay there forever. What's the fight over in Afghanistan? Ain't shit there. Satan's country. In my opinion, administrations are stupid policies from non-military leaders who screwed up Vietnam. No, I do. I think if they'd went in full head of steam, used everything. What was that movie? Was that Hamburger Hill? What do you think about Vietnam? I think we should win. But they wanted their cake. They wanted a situation. They were trying to create a situation like Korea. Shocking, it didn't work. Maybe you would have got the result of the two-state solution over there if you invaded the North. Instead of dropping bombs, get boots on the ground over there. Instead of just grinding them out. How many years is Vietnam? That's like, what, 1963 to 1975? And how long was the Iraq War? Yeah, it's the same fucking thing. 2003 to 2010?
You are not allowed to do that, so I'm going to let you know the rules and the laws that you are being told that you are breaking. And I'm going to let you know.
Thanks for telling me.
So that that's what you cannot do.
Okay, am I allowed to leave?
You are allowed to leave.
Okay, thank you.
He's a egomaniac. I want to see what he says to those vets again. But I find it just as offensive that he's talking to these vets trying to get them to fucking join him. He's not even that good at it.
Yeah, because those are weapons of mass destruction that didn't exist.
It tells veterans that their service.
Yeah, because those are weapons of mass destruction.
All right, so he did double down on that.
It didn't exist. So I'm anti-war.
Yeah.
I'm anti-war because I don't believe. Did you guys find any weapons?
It's based on a lie. I can admit that. It was. They had to fucking cherry pick the information to justify it to the American public. And by the way, I bought it. Nip them in the fucking bud. I had dreams of having a nice German-like military base in Baghdad. Oh, but we didn't understand Muslim culture like that. Certainly didn't understand in Afghanistan. You just got to let people that want to be ruled by an iron fist be ruled by an iron fist. In majority, they're okay with that. I'll never forget. I wasn't even in the army in 2003 during the initial invasion. Remember when the Iraqis started? They would have won the chat. When the Iraqis started rioting and shit, there was a civilian came up to, and this should have been a message to everybody that this is never going to go well, because this is a mentality difference between the Middle East and the West. Civilian walked up to an officer. I think it was reported on Fox News. Spoke in English and said, "You guys got to do something. They're rioting, taking everything. You guys got to do something." Suppose the officer said, "What do you propose we do?" He said, "Shoot them." We don't do that. We're American. He's like, Saddam would do that. Yeah, but we're not Saddam. We're better than that. And that guy walked away thinking, I don't think so. And I think a lot of Iraqis felt that way. Because that's Western ways of looking at shit. I don't want to shoot somebody over a fucking mattress or even some piece of art. But I'm Westernized. Let them take you. Arrest them later. That wasn't an option. So you let people that are perfectly comfortable by being ruled by a strong arm, and now they're being ruled by somebody they perceive as weak. And you get fucking damn near 15-year war. I'm tired of guys like Dan Crenshaw. I've gone the conservative route. I'm willing to give these people that are economically conservative and a little less trigger happy a shot. The only option in the past was to go with the left. But they like war as long as they have the gun. They like war just as much as the right. They love it. Let me see. Hold on a second. Oh, they came back! Son of a bitch! That's what you get for not watching the game. God damn. How long have we been going? I'll take some calls. I'm fucking done. If there's no calls, I'm going to end it. I don't think it's right for Alex to say that. I think I called him out on that. I'm pretty sure I did. I don't remember. I like Alex Stein, even though he said something loudly to a Navy SEAL, more than I like fucking that Navy SEAL, because I think he's a phony politician, regardless of his political leanings. Just a fake.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what it comes down to. He's a phony. Like, dude, I mean, how old Dan Crenshaw? He's younger than me.
I can double check that real quick.
Let me see.
I'll probably beat you to it.
Dan Crenshaw. Whatever.
He is 40, born in 1984.
He's born in 84. All right, 84. So he grew up with all that Vietnam shit. He's a little younger than me. He grew up with all that Vietnam shit. The fuck's your problem, bro? All your boys in Iraq and Afghanistan? I like the way Trump and Reagan do shit. They bomb shit and walk. Fuck shit up and peace, see you later. I like that policy. I like when Trump smoked that fucking general in Iraq. He's going to let that thing turn back the way it was. Smoke that motherfucker. Oh, guess who was against that one? The lefties. I saw World War III. We must defend the Ukrainians. Nah, just depends on who's the gun. If they have the gun, they're perfectly happy with conquering the world. What do you think of Liverpool winning the league? Well, Colin McGuire, I think that is inevitable that Liverpool will win the league. Yeah, they're gonna win the league. You know what I want? That's kind of my team, but I really don't watch them that much. It's just, I don't know, it's kind of like a Catholic team, so I kind of root for the Catholic teams. I want Celtic and Rangers in the Prem. That's what I want. Anyway, I don't care if they're in the championship. I don't care if they're in I want them in English football. That's what I want. Because I will become the biggest Prem fan on the planet. I will watch everything. That's what I want. I think you yank those two teams out and turn Scotland into a development league for Scottish footballers. Maybe a few of them can get out like Johnny Tolkien did. Johnny Tolkien, New York Metro Stars, goes to Holstein Kiel. Now he's getting relegated. All right. It's all right, Tommy. 69 are buying Rangers. Yeah, Americans are buying Rangers. Good luck with that, motherfucker. Ask those guys in Man United how they feel about that. You need a Canadian American buyers. That's gonna. They might just want to be selling your jerseys. You got to watch with these American owners. They don't understand this shit over here. The only guys that really got it were Deadpool and McElhenney.
Ryan Reynolds and then the other guy.
Yeah, McElhenney. Ah, Mr. McElhenney. They got it. Here's what they got. We want to buy a football team. Problem. We don't know shit about this game. Let's hire people that do and listen to them. Our job will make sure that the people we hire are competent. Or you could be like Birmingham and, hey, Ray Rooney was a good football player. Why don't you put him in fucking manager? Although, looks like Birmingham's going to get promoted. Rhode Island's not getting no MLS team. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. JFA, what do you want? You know what I want? You want to know what I want, JFA?
What's up?
I want your microphone to work. What's up?
Hey, what's going on?
What's going on?
Is going to be open calls?
What's that? Huh?
Can this be open calls?
Yeah, it is. I said before. Nobody called. You're the only guy called.
So I want to ask a hypothetical right here. You being in the military, you
Yes.
know
I was
stuff
just-
that we don't.
I was non-combat, by the way. Combat support. It's a nice way to put it. But go
Yeah,
ahead.
but you know more than
I know how
more than
things
common
work
man.
politically. That's it. Like I was like a
So the
drama guy.
hypothetical- All right. Well,
Oh,
the
yeah.
hypothetical is: you think we can solo Russia, North Korea, and Iran at the
Not all
same
of 'em.
time?
Not all of 'em.
No China.
Russia, yeah.
No.
One at a time.
Who can
Not
we
all of 'em.
handicap match and win against?
You got to understand, there's no winning in that situation.
Yeah. one of us is
What's the
standing
win
and
if
the rest are
everything's
dead.
destroyed and all the young people are dead?
Yeah, but we win.
Oh yeah, you
In
win.
first
You
place.
get the congratulations. Here's the crown of ashes.
It's still a crown.
My bad, USL champion. Yeah, they're getting pro-rel Final Flash. I'm gonna be looking into USL on Glory Hunters. Please follow me on Glory Hunters if you want to, and hang out with me on Glory Hunter. If you want to get into football, or you just want to talk about your team and make content. There's my plug.
But only if
That's
you're
how I got
serious,
to get to
otherwise
know
you get
Tommy.
kicked out.
so.
Yeah, that's exactly how I got to know me. We have. a
Hey
good time.
Tommy,
Yeah.
if we had the opportunity to, would you like us to take another crack at Vietnam, just so we can get that victory?
When Dennis Leary says, "Go back in there." You here to make a movie? Not this time, pal. Just do it again.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to crack at Vietnam.
I think we could win.
I actually really like the Vietnamese.
I think. Oh, I never met
I don't
one.
like commies.
I either think they're Chinese or Japanese.
No.
Never Korean.
What about Vietnamese?
Never met one.
You never. Of course you do. You live in Long Island. There's plenty of Vietnamese people around. There.
Yeah, it's either Chinese or Japanese. It's never Korean. I always ask first, are you Korean? They're either Chinese or Japanese.
They probably pisses them off.
Oh,
I'm
that's what
friends
they
who's
tell
in
me.
Vietnam right now.
And what do they tell you?
Oh.
No, I'm not Korean, Paco. That's what I.
They actually call me Che Guevara, but
Yeah.
I don't have the bean.
Ask me like, I'm gonna be the Chinaman. I want you to ask me if I'm Korean or something like that. Hello, JFA.
Hey, hey, yo, what's up? Are you Korean? You know any good Korean barbecue places?
Did you
What's up?
say I was Korean?
Yes.
No way, Jose. Ha 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 ha. There you go.
My next
That
question.
sounded
would've been,
way
you'll be
better in
Korean?
my fucking head. Lord Vegas here, everybody. Speaking of
Hey.
guys crossing the border, we got them all here today. Yeah, what's on your mind?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, nothing. You know, bunch of cousins deported. Anyway.
Did you really?
No,
You're
dude.
busting balls. I thought you were a couple. I figured you were a couple gens in. I figured everybody was safe in your family. Yeah.
I'm only one generation in.
Oh, you only one gen? Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I probably shouldn't have called the police in your family then, huh?
Yeah.
I thought it was funny. Trump
No,
wants
remember,
you
I'm
out.
Cuban, so-
Trump wants you out. Take your tacos and go.
Yeah.
You're not even Mexican,
I'm
though.
Cuban.
You're Cuban. Oh, well. Oh, Cubans
Yeah,
are
they
okay.
came-
Yeah, but Cubans are okay.
Yeah, they came when Castro took over.
Yeah, that's okay. We're allowed to take Cubans, but the rest of you Hispanics, go and play soccer somewhere else.
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. They may be my people, and I love them.
Yeah.
But dog, South Florida might as well be a whole different southern part of.
Why do you think
of our
Messi moved
people.
there? Why do you think Messi moved there? Do you know that? Because you can order. Because they told him like, well, you can walk down the street and order stuff in Spanish, and then strike up. And Messi was like, "That's what I want." That's why.
I don't know if you know this, but dude, I've been visiting my family almost every weekend for the past like 6 months.
Oh, really?
And yeah, and well, we got a new niece in the family. Well, I got a new niece. But
Congratulations.
anyway, yeah, thank you. And dog, I go down there, and I'm telling you, I know Spanish fluently, all that good shit, and now I'm making it a point to only speak English. And trust, bro, there's places. You go to the Walmart,
Yeah.
there is no one, including the manager, that knows English.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I don't either.
I like
Fucking-
I like the dual stuff though. I think that's cool. If you can hack it both, and if
Of
you can help,
course.
yeah, I'm all,
I don't
I'm
care
all
if
about
it's
dual.
French, you know?
because I can't really say too much shit because the Germans are pretty good to me. You've been over here,
Right?
Yeah, I
yeah.
really can't say shit, because my German shit.
I fucking love me some Europe, bro.
Oh yeah,
love me some Europe. Yeah, I don't think I ever
the
lived
Italian.
there.
Did the Italian girls speak as much English as the German girls do? I always wondered that.
Most of them did, yeah,
Yeah.
but I spoke Spanish, so I didn't really need to speak
Oh,
English
so
with
you
them
could,
anyway.
yeah, it's why my ex-girlfriend was Italian and she pretty much figured out how to speak Spanish.
No, the trick is you just tell them, because after a couple of girls, I was just like, all they got to do is talk slow. We'll miss a couple words
Yeah,
because
sure.
some of the words are just completely different. But if they speak in a whole sentence, you understand what they said, because it's all almost Spanish.
Does that make them Latino? Italians aren't Latino.
No, but they can pick up Spanish no problem, bro.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah, it's just English
never
that
the
is
other
like
way around.
whatever.
What?
Yeah.
No, I
It's
had
never the other way around.
I had a buddy named Angelo. He grew up in Italian first gen. He understood all the fucking Puerto Ricans talking behind his back, and he called him out. He was a security guard with me. That's pretty cool. Who's better?
Yeah,
Italian?
I'll be visiting. I'll hit you up. I'll be visiting over there.
For reals? Oh, you're more than welcome here.
Yeah,
Anytime.
I'm going over to
Don't-
Italy.
Don't steal my wife. All right? Jesus, I only got one.
I'm not stealing nobody's
Don't be
wife. What are you
stealing
talking
my-
about?
Don't be stealing my wife.
I'll stop by over there.
I hope you're not mad at me for what I said a couple years ago when you said you punched me in the face when I yelled at you. Sorry.
Now I do remember that.
Yeah, I bet you do. You forgave me, right?
I mean, I don't know, Tommy. Man. I mean, we're men,
You're
bro.
not
We're
allowed
men, bro.
over
We
here.
gotta work it out.
I don't. I am too old for that shit. Maybe then.
I'm not.
Nah,
It's all good. We'll
Can
talk it over.
Can I tell you? I don't know if I ever told this story. Like me and I'm not gonna get into the ins and outs of it. Me and Vega got in an argument, and it was all Nick DiOrio's fault. So we'll just leave it at that, right? So we yelled back and forth at each other, and I gotta be honest with you, he was really patient with me until like I was already mad about something else, right? And then he finally yelled back, which is what I wanted you to do, by the way.
Yeah,
and
but
then
you
I
don't
just
do that,
I
man.
just needed yeah, I know you guys don't do that, but I just needed you to yell at me so it could feel even, because like when you didn't yell at me back right away, I was like, I don't like this. I want him to yell at me. So then it's like we both did rude things to each other. You know what I mean? Right. And so we worked it out. It was really no big deal. And then he told me a month later, it's like, I don't know, man. I was pretty pissed off about that. If you were in front of me, I'd have punched you right in the fucking face. I knew you were serious. Yeah. Don't do it. Don't be punching me in the face in front of my family. I can't do it. I got a heart problem. I
but
can
that's usually. I mean, that's usually like because it's the same thing. Like I've gotten in arguments with dudes have like yelled at me, like
Yeah.
even in the military, they'll be drunk, and I'm like, bro, if I'll get an apology from you tomorrow when you're sober, I'm gonna knock you the fuck out in front of your wife. I'm gonna wait till your wife comes around and she's with you, and I'm gonna fuck you up.
Don't beat me up in front of my family, please. I cannot. I'll try.
No, dude, I'm not doing that.
Don't you beat my ass, all right?
Nah, no, but you understand what I was saying, right? Like in real life, you just don't yell at each other like that, bro.
If you were in front of me, I had every right. It's happened before, by the way, believe it or not. You had every right to fucking code a man. I had every right to take a punch.
I try to do the internet. I try to do the internet like I would real life. So I'm patient. I chill. I talk, and then sometimes the internet humor, I don't like it. I don't get it. So that I respond as if I'm in real life.
I was legit. I was legit, man. I've yelled at people like that before. It's not like I know a lot of what I do is an act, but I'm like that. If I'm mad, it doesn't matter. And then I start fucking thinking I can. Well, even he does kick my ass. I don't care. I get that that space. I could take it.
Yeah.
I fight like a white boy. I keep getting up. I'm one of those. Like
I
can be missing a tooth. I can be missing a tooth. Yeah. Well, you'd have to. That's what you have to do. Because if I'm conscious, I'm getting up and then swinging for the fences and getting knocked out.
I'll bring water.
Wait a minute. Tommy. Are you saying you could take Vega in your prime?
Nope.
You could take Prime Vega in your prime?
Nope.
Oh, that's not what you're saying? Okay.
Nope. I would have fought him, though. If in my prime, if he said, let's go, I would have done it. I wasn't.
That's how it's supposed to be.
I ain't no punk, right? I got into
that's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, I got into it with an ex-Marine in basic training. He was coming back, trying to get an officer school. We got into it, and he was 6'5", 270 pounds, some shit like that. It didn't last long, but I did. He told me to stand up, and I did.
Whoa! What about the Mexican?
That Mexican guy kicked my ass.
That headbutted you.
Kicked my ass.
Yeah, he headbutted you.
No, I headbutted him.
Oh, how did that go?
Nothing happened. The guy had a skull of iron. At every fight that I ever got in close, I ended the fight right there and then, except that guy Fernandez. I thought I could take him, right? And I got a few fucking jabs in, but he fucked me up, man. And then I got in close. So he got in close. So he grabbed my it was almost like a hockey fight. So I thought I'm in my own. Bang! He doesn't move. Bang! Again, right? And you know what the worst fucking thing was? I got a whole side of my face is swollen. I hit him as hard as I fucking could with the hardest object on my body, with the exception of my knee. And he got a little bump. I don't know what let me tell you something. In that situation, it wasn't like I was pulling anything back. That guy was tough. He was a tough fucking guy.
That's why you don't mess with the Fernandez. That's why I skip family reunions sometimes. Gets too hectic.
Well, he was dumb as a fucking brick, and he's back in the middle. He's dumb as a brick. I ended up winning. You know what he did? You know what that dummy did? You know what that fucking dummy did? I don't know. Maybe it's two personalities that didn't work. He wasn't a bad guy. In fact, I actually really respect him because he actually lost. He was a tank guy and he lost everybody in his unit. He was the only survivor in his entire unit, and it's probably why he didn't want to put up with happy-go-lucky me. If I had to guess, right? I think that it was like he had been through the shit, but he went to the. He told me that he went back to California, and he got a job, and then the guy was like, I want to ask you just a couple questions on your military. And he said, yeah, no problem. He said, were you in combat? And he said, yes, I was. And he's like, can you tell me about it? And I said, well, we lost, this, blah, 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 blah. And he told him that. And this guy wasn't a braggart, so I can't imagine he was blowing smoke or beating. He wasn't one of those guys. He was legit 11 bang bang, right? And then he said, well, here's the problem, guy. I'm going to have to let you go because I can't put my customers in danger with somebody like you. And he fucking took the job away from him. That is a direct violation of the Soldiers and Sailors Act. He owns that fucking company. Best part is his sister was a lawyer. And he just went back and joined the army. He could have owned that company. That is so fucking illegal to sit there and tell somebody that they can, because he didn't have a criminal record. He didn't do anything wrong in the military. They were telling, because he was in combat, because he experienced combat, that he couldn't have a fucking job. That's a direct, the only state in the world I think he'd ever get away with that is California.
Yeah.
Only state
I
ever.
can see that.
Yeah, only state ever. I could. But he's so stupid he didn't fight. Because he didn't fight like that. He fought like with his hands.
Yeah.
He wasn't like that. He was he's just a regular Mexican guy. Whatever. We didn't get along. Whatever. I'm over it. I'm sure
when you get into with two men and it starts to when you start hearing dudes raise their voices to a point where you get yelled at, you just don't respond. Or you just smack them.
I never understood that because I was always getting yelled at growing up, and I got yelled at in the military. What
You
should
should have smacked him.
Well, I can't hit the drill.
I was a grown man.
Oh, you talking about girl?
No, I could no, a drill sergeant. I mean, I've been talking about. I've been yelled at my whole fucking life. Everybody's loud. I'm of Irish descent. Everybody's loud. Everybody's yelling all the time. And I'm worse, I'm Irish American because they're even louder and more obnoxious, in my opinion. You ever hear a jerk off from Boston named McCarthy? Jesus Christ, they're really obnoxious people.
I don't know, man. I had a dude from Boston when I was doing a private military contract.
That he was a prick.
That dude was awesome, bro. That guy was awesome. His fucking accent, I used to go over to where he was just to talk to the cat. His accent was so crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. He was cool people, but I only knew him like a couple hours out of the day, you know?
Yeah, I got you. All right, well, you're more than welcome over here. We can put you up, whole 9. Just don't hit me.
I know some chicks over there I gotta stay with, but I'll bring them over. If we got, you want a double date?
I can't double date. Yeah. Oh, you bring a girl? Yeah, no problem.
I'll bring a girl, not my girl. I don't have a girl, Tommy.
When are you gonna grow up and have a kid? What's wrong with you?
What you mean?
Grow up.
Hey man, listen.
I know you don't worry about it because you're a good-looking guy and you're in shape and you're super talented and all that other shit. And it's easy for you to pick up chicks. But there does come a time when you can't compete with the 20 and 30-year-olds anymore, and it's, I don't know. The best part of being married is you don't got to die alone. And at first, when you're young, dying alone doesn't seem so bad because you figure it. And when you get older, it's like, this is gonna suck. Dying alone's the worst.
Oh, I'm good, dude. But look, trust me, it's not for lack of trying. Once I find one, and I'm like, okay, I think this works. It's happened to me.
I'm not your mother. Don't borrow me. I haven't found a nice girl.
No, listen,
yet.
listen. I'm telling you the truth.
Yeah.
Now it's happened to me 3 times.
For real?
Right? So 3 times, I'm like, yo, I think I'm with it with this girl, right?
Oh, really?
So then I wind up doing a bunch of shit, right? And I'm like, because my brain doesn't operate like everybody else's, so I look to it and almost like okay, this got to be some epic shit, right? So I try to do some shit, and it winds up the bitch is a cunt. So I'm like, fuck, and then I just move on, bro. I mean, what else am I supposed to do?
Nah, I suppose.
Because I'm looking for the wifey, right?
Nah, I don't know.
I'm looking for the wifey.
You do what you want. Let me tell you. I just don't want you. I just want somebody to be able to pick up your bedpan. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking out for you.
Hey, man, the reason why I pop all these fucking vitamins and I go to the gym and do all this shit.
Well, that's another way to do it.
Yeah, dog. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Also,
you worry about being the old guy. You worry about being the old guy in the bar?
No. I guess you would say I am the old guy at the bar, and
problem for you. I think it's like.
Why you keep saying it for me like I'm some kind of
because if we knew this guy. I tell Jeannie this story all the time, right? There was a guy, and he was probably around my age, maybe a little older at the time, and I was approaching my mid-30s, and I was with my current wife, and he looked like Einstein. He had the crazy hair and shit, and I used to always bullshit with him, right? And he seemed like a good guy. He's a regular dude. We talk about sports and chicks and whatever. He was cool, right? That's the kind of guys who are in with the military. He just had crazy fucking hair, right? That's it.
Yeah.
And then I get back and I forget. I was going there or coming back or something like that. And I said something. Oh, maybe Einstein's going to be there. We could talk to him. And she's like, really? If he is there, I don't want to go. I was like, whoa, what's wrong with Einstein? He's like 50 years old, right? I didn't ask him his age, but I'll take your word for it. Do you know he's in there trying to get pussy at his age? And I'm like,
what, at 50?
And exactly. Well, here's where my mind's at because I'm not quite totally grown up yet. I'm like, good for him. Right. No, but what happens is, and keep in mind, we're both in our 30s at this point, me and wifey. People do start looking at you different if you're still trying to get pussy at 50. You know what I mean? Like you would back in the Disney, right? You can't do it like he was still doing it like it was the 80s and he was in his 20s. You know what I mean? Can't do that. Right. Can't do that. So that's what I'm saying. But you know what?
Lucky
if I looked like you, I looked like you, and I was as cool as you, I'd be running pipe from Los Angeles to Miami. Yeah. So I'll just, in fact, you know what? Ignore everything I just said. Tell me stories in private so I can live vicariously through you. That works too.
Oh, I got plenty. Yeah. Oh, actually, I got videos. You want some?
No, that's right. Only if you have consent.
It was their idea.
Don't do it. I hope you're kidding. Void Ice, you're on the air. You're on Chopping the Point.
Hey, Tommy.
Hey, what's up? Tell me.
So, just FYI, I'm moving to a new house, and I got my wife moving and everything because I wanted to talk to you. So I'm just here chilling in my house.
So what do you want to say?
Fuck the sandwiches. Move that shit, woman.
Yeah. Good work. What you got for me, man? What you got for the show?
For the show, I mean, I got a new job. I got a new job.
What are you doing? Tell me a story, man. It's the show, man. I like we was bullshit.
Okay. Story.
What do you got?
I'm trying to think.
He doesn't know that before you call in. All right, let me explain this. Let me explain.
Okay.
Let me explain how this works. I'm gonna be nice. I'm not gonna blow you up. All right. You're supposed to have something to talk about. When the open phones, it could be anything, but it's got to be something. It can't be just like, "Hey, Tommy, I just called and say what's up." Hey, what's up? see the issue I come into, right? I would love to say what's up. You know, when you say what's up, if you're a member and I'm in the thing and I say you come and just say what's up, you can. It's no problem. But on the show, we're kind of entertaining. I'm feeling in a nice mood. Normally, I'd have blown your ass up. What's up?
You know what, Tom? I'll take the bomb. I'm stage fright. I'm stage fright, to be honest.
That's performance anxiety.
And now you know, and knowing is half the battle. Ask G.I. Joe. You gotta have something. Well, that was pretty funny though. And you got blown.
It was good still.
It's still good. Well, that's what people don't realize. Like I have people, oh man, I can call in and I do this. I have to do this. Like I'd say once, twice, 2 times a month. Oh, I fucked that up. Oh, I did that. It's like, dude, we got the bomb out of it. It was funny. I never fucking complain. It's open phone, so open things happen. The thing is, when you're not engaging, I gotta turn it into something. So I'm literally like letting down my guard here and telling everybody what I'm up to. I try to make it good even when it's bad. You know, I learned that David Letterman. Whenever he had a lousy fucking joke, he would talk how bad the writers were. I thought that was great. I always thought that was so funny. You know. Anything else? Are we done? We done, Zoe? We doing after shows or all that other shit?
We want another hour.
What's that? You want me to go another hour? I don't think I got it. I get 2 hours, and you know I was up at 4 a.m. doing Chopping the Point yesterday after all the football.
I was there. I was gonna call in. I was actually gonna go to your after show. I had to go to the store first for what do you call it, some Red Bull or whatever. And you left. You had one person and you left.
I suck.
Just didn't have it in you.
Nah.
Yeah.
Fucking
disappointing.
All right. What did you bring to the table? The only reason I didn't blow you up is like you're like a calling legend now. Congratulations.
Am I? I bet
Yeah,
know who I am.
yeah, I think you are. You're like a fan. You're like one. You're like my You're my Smaggle-Daggle.
No, I have more IQ than Smaggle.
Oh, it doesn't mean you're not my Smaggle-Daggle. Oh, you're all right. Sorry. Yeah, it's fine. You're my smarter Smaggle-Daggle. Congratulations,
Appreciate
JFA.
that.
Yeah.
That's much better. Thank you. I can live with that.
Do people say to you in other chats and they call you freeze face?
What? Like Vault and
Vault calls you freeze
I told you.
I think Vault must think I'm the funniest man alive. He's running around calling people freeze face in other chats. Hey, freeze face, what's going on?
I really had to piss you off for that to come out. The first thing to come out of your mouth. That was great.
The angrier I get, the more entertaining I am. I go to places you shouldn't go.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I know. That's why I
I'm
almost
like the
get.
salt and
That's why
pepper
Vega
top
almost
of the
punched me in the
point.
face.
I was actually afraid when Vega came in because I donated under his name and derailed your show.
Oh, that one. Yeah, I already
You donate under my name?
He did. He donated
Yeah.
under your name about my mic shit, and
that's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't think I was fooled. I was just angry. I was seeing it, but like on top of it being Vega.
No, you
because I was
checked,
like,
you checked.
I did check.
Absolutely
Yeah, I'll
checked.
try. I did check. Okay. fair
Yeah.
enough. Yeah, I did check. Yeah. Yeah, because I'm gonna take him seriously. I'm not gonna take your stupid ass seriously. Probably got a mouth.
Yeah, if it's me donating, you gotta check that shit, bro.
Yeah, I did.
Especially
if
if I say some wild.
You're like, because it harkens back to our argument, right? It was like, check these. It was the way he phrased it was kind of like you phrased it, like, you just check your levels just a little bit. I think it'd be a little better off. It'd be like some kind of like helpful information, like a little show. And I don't fucking hear that shit right now. You know?
Why try to be helpful, bitch?
Hey, you do that. You got a lot of technical abilities, skills. You know that shit. You know how this works. Are you guys planning on doing any more? You and Tom and Nick planning on doing anything else soon? Or?
We're supposed to record early March.
Early March.
So early, we got a couple weeks now or so, within the next 2 weeks. But we'll see. I know the guys are busy. They're doing all kinds of shit. Tom's traveling.
Oh, Tom's,
you know, so
what's Tom been up to? You know, I haven't heard from him in a long time.
I don't know. He said he was traveling. I'm not sure what he's doing. I didn't ask him. I just know because he does like IRL content and all that shit. I don't know if he's doing a collab. I don't know. He might be visiting somebody.
No.
So I'm not sure. I just know she's doing his thing right now. So is Nick. Nick's like fucking streaming every day.
Oh, streaming. Nick's an animal right now.
Yeah.
I think
so. I don't know. It depends on those boys, man. I just need a heads up, and I can clear my shit and sit down. It's only an hour, you know. Like so, fucking it ain't that big of a deal.
Yeah. Noise.
But it depends. I'm gonna do my fucking show again, bro.
Which show? Yeah. Oh, the one with the when you guys are drinking and talking about badass shit with that big.
No, we are doing that shit, but we are doing that. But I'm saying the game show. Doing the game show.
Oh, doing the game show again.
Fuck yeah, bro.
Yeah, it's been years.
Yeah. Well, it's been years for everything, bro.
Yeah. I think I want to be a part. I was never a part of it because of this reason.
Well, no, I didn't get enough shows in.
No, it was because it was on later than I could talk. Remember, I couldn't talk loud. Now I can do whatever I want. I could set the fucking house on fire. It wouldn't matter.
I try to get 3 people that understand the same subject matter. So
good luck with that. I think you got to loosen up the rules.
Yeah.
You can't find 3 people.
Not really.
I can't find 3 people to string a sentence together. How are we
look
find
at this.
that?
Look at this. All right, check this out. If I got first show Nick, Tom, Willie Mac, make sense?
Nick, Tom, yeah. Oh well, yeah. I guess.
Okay. Next show, Wavy Web Surf, Gamer from Mars, Justin Wang, make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah,
exactly.
Who you gonna put in with me?
So you just keep going down the line, you know?
Nobody. I'm the originator of all this shit. Everybody's stealing from me. Everybody's got drama cast now. You're welcome.
It's a game show. What you?
Well, yeah, exactly. Where do I fit in? I don't fit in anywhere. Big loser.
It'll be no. I just have to find 2 more people that like where you guys would understand everything that's going on.
Do these 2 people have to agree with everything you say, or can they have?
No, they're just answering questions.
That's it.
You have to have the same knowledge, roughly, on
That's it. The same knowledge.
Yeah.
So it would be like a fucking a Nick, Willie, Tom. I just been asked them like a year, 2 years ago or some shit. So I kind of got to follow through with that.
Yeah, well, yeah, you got it. We've had this conversation. You just stay on these.
Yeah, because I think we had Willie on the show, and I was like, "Yo, y'all want to do the show?" And it's been so long, bro.
I tried to start a podcast with Willie. He told me to go fuck myself. I thought I had the funniest. I had the funniest podcast ever. It's gonna be me, him, and Smaggle.
Oh God,
that would have been great. And Willie starts to think like he says to me, he goes, if I wanted to do it, I'd want it to be perfect, and I think that would take too much time considering the subject. I'm thinking, just say no, motherfucker. Get the fuck out of here, Willie. You're busy, boy. Just say I'm too busy with that shit. Fucking Willie Mac starting shit with all the lefties, and he's like, I don't want to be doing your crazy drama. Yeah, all right. Dave, Tommy, and Illuminati. Obviously, I'd do that one. Yeah, put me on with Illuminati. Ask her.
That's a back in the day reference right there.
Just lie to her and tell her. Tommy promised not to say anything about the court case, and the first thing out of my mouth is going to be something about the court case. Because I know she can't talk about it.
What do you mean? Time doesn't heal all wounds, Tommy?
No, she's a bitch. I mean, wow, what a what talk about an ingrateful cunt. I mean, really. I was nothing but. Did you ever I was nothing but nice to that woman.
Mm-hmm.
I gave that bitch her start.
Man, listen, Tommy. These bitches don't give a fuck.
I'll say. I wasn't even fucking her.
Buddy, if it's got a vagina, they don't give a fuck what you did for them.
That's not good.
They gonna do whatever they want. And
Jeannie
that's
loves me. Don't be saying that. Jeannie loves me.
Well, just give Jeannie a couple of years.
Well, she'll probably get sick of me. That's one thing. She'll
No.
leave me like all those other bitches. You know. You're just like everybody else.
You whore. Nah, Jeannie seems cool.
Jeannie's the best.
Aw,
You guys, I think
thank
you
you,
get
Vega.
along. Love it. Shout out to the M
You're
King.
welcome.
Nice dono out there. I appreciate it. Mexan and Grizzly Bear for the long time support. I appreciate you trying to hit Pats because Pats need to be hit. That's how we do it over here.
By the way, before you get
I've been having a lot of dreams. I've been having a lot of dreams about the Army lately, huh?
Oh.
And where?
Like what? Bad ones?
No. Like I miss everybody because I kind of put it out for a while. Like I realized I don't have any Army friends anymore, and it kind of made me sad.
I do. That shit.
I know you do. You
Such
probably
a
have-
shit show, bro.
You got too many. You know what it is? If I ever got back on post or something, I'll be like, I don't miss this shit. Winter Gaming, $20. Thank you so much. Do appreciate you. Old Bragg, Mexan, B. Billion Bones, Blue Jacket, Cody Grill, Final Flash, G-Man, Little Manly, Nesquik, Not Your Typical Mom, Panic Pun, Taylor D, Tommy C's Cat, Trippy Savage, Winter Gaming, again, Janie, Picklington, the man, the myth, the legend. Appreciate y'all. And I do. Seriously. Seriously. So, what kind of girl are you going to be over? Because I'm going to live vicariously through you. So, what kind of shit you bringing over?
What you want? Blonde, red?
I don't know. Blonde. I got them coming out my ears. What do I want?
Oh, that's right. You in Germany.
Bring it.
I'll bring a brunette. What?
No, bring an Asian that cooks.
Damn, I gotta find one of those over there.
For sure you can pull it off.
All right, I'll find one.
Yeah, bring an Asian.
I'll go to the Chinese restaurant.
Oh, I'm so happy to be with you.
You'll never find a Korean one.
Actually, you bring some.
Trust me,
If
I've
you
tried.
bring some German village broads, you probably get along. Well, who the hell was here from?
Yeah, the whole point would be to get along with like your wifey too, right?
Yeah.
Because if we're bullshitting, the lady's gonna have to talk. So
What's her name came here and she got along with Andy and her really hit it off. I was like shocked. Andy's really easy to get along with though.
Who you talking about?
You know what I'm talking about. I don't want to go down that road. But she was here and she was great. She was real nice to Andy and her were like.
Oh
like,
yeah.
yeah.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
But something like that would be cool. Jeez, I imagine like, I'll just pick one today. I'll pick up a dart. I'll throw it at a map of the world, and look, Trinidad and Tobago. Let's go. I wish I was that good. All right, everybody. I guess I got to do some kind of after show. I don't think it's cool if I don't, because these bastards are paying for this shit. So look in there. It's up. I don't think the timing's right, but I'm just clicking next now. And I'll see y'all. Thank you to everybody who donated. Thank you to, fuck JFA. Jeannie and, of course, Lord Vega. Winter Gaming for the nice the 2-0. And see y'all tomorrow. Peace.